Hi, I'm Shaka Hislop, and you're here at Extra Time TV.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hey everyone, welcome to the live stream of Jamaica taking on Trinidad and Tobago in the crucial must-win World Cup qualifier. It's a must-win, folks. And for those of you who are joining us, I wanted to come on a little bit earlier, but I actually came from the stadium. So, let me move my camera a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I came from the stadium, and let me know if you guys are hearing me. I see viewers are already in. Of course, I set up my stream really nicely for you all. I tried to set up the lineup, so welcome. And of course, before we get things started, I'm going to announce our winner tonight. And I did get the autographs, folks. I did get the autographs. So I took it out of the plastic. Kylie Overe, Dante Seeley, Jaren Jackie, and there's a couple others in here. But now the prize. So at halftime, folks, I'll be announcing the winner. Finally. So it's there. And I'm also wearing my new glasses. This is the first time I'm wearing glasses. Let me know what you all think. The game is going to kick off any second now. So I have everything set up. Folks, if you're in here, let me know. I went to the stadium earlier and I ran all the way home. So I wanted to start like 20 to 8. And as you can see, I still have my pass here, but I have a presence at the stadium. And of course, I'm looking at my feed here. So those of you who are joining in, let me know really quickly if you guys are hearing me okay. A couple times I was doing a couple of my EXTV episodes on the live stream went a little bit off. Hopefully that's not the case today. So the players are stepping out onto the field right now, and I usually like to do a pre-match talk. For those of you, I was going to suggest you all look at, we had two previews, one with myself and one with Lance Whitaker from Sportsmax, who gave some very unique insight into Jamaica. So I'm going to pull up really quickly while we're talking. As you could see here, in fact, I have too many things up. So let me take that. The formation, by the way, is what's been reported by the TTFA. That's the reported formation. So I tried to set it up there. I have to fix a couple things in there really quickly. But I'm doing it as fast as I can. There's a couple players in there that I have to fix. So while we're talking, folks, I'm doing the... I'm fixing the squad to make sure the right people are in there. So, obviously Rio Cardines isn't there. They have Levi Garcia twice. It's I'm trying to fix the substitutes while we're talking. So I hope you guys are hearing me okay. So yeah, I'm multitasking. The players are coming out into the pitch. And first of all, folks, I'd like everybody who's joining in to like and subscribe. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to try my best to update everything as best as possible. I think I have everything set up. So let me know what you think. I did a nice graphic for you all. I'll update some of the data at halftime as they come in. I have the little ticker tape underneath. That's just score lines from all around the world. Both teams are getting ready to do their national anthem. I am trying out my new glasses, folks. This is the first time I'm wearing glasses. I got it from Optometrist now. I'm not sponsored by them, don't worry. And I don't know. What do you all think? So like I said, for everybody who's joining in, I know we've been all talking about this game. We had a very cool match preview with Lance Whitaker, who gave us some very interesting insight. And obviously, I want to say a special, I don't know what's the word to use, but a warm sense of concern for the Jamaicans. You all just experienced that hurricane. As I spoke to Lance, and even the coach, Steve McLaren, we have all those things on the YouTube channel you all could check out as well. The match previews where, Trinidad and Tobago sends our, sincerest, warm feelings. I can't even begin to understand what that's like. I know there's a lot of Jamaican fans in here who support Extra Time TV, and I know sometimes there's fans from both countries in here who have a little banter, and that's okay once we keep it respectable. So I'm just going to shout out everybody really quickly. Kingsley Ledge, always in there. Kelvin Thomas, Mish Taylor, and I pronounced that correctly. Dre Rodriguez, is that Rodriguez for short? I'm glad my audio is okay. And Kevon, good night, Andre. The volume is excellent. And I'm really appreciating the support, folks. And everybody who's joining in, tell your friends, everybody, if you want to watch the game with me. We had great response last time, and the nerves are building up. So while we're talking here, this is the reported lineup on the screen here. I used my octopus arms to get this up and running. And, a lot of the data we're getting is from SofaScore. And, Jamaica Steve McLaren likes to play that 4-2-3-1 formation. We do have his pre-match press conference on the YouTube channel that you all could check out. Ronald Samuel now touching, bro. Yes, folks. And like I said, we're going to announce the winner of this jersey giveaway at halftime, folks. And we got 4 autographs: Dante Sealy, Aubrey David, Jaren Jackie, and a couple others. So let's take a quick look at Jamaica's projected lineup, brought to you by SofaScore. We have the projected lineup from the TTFA. So according to SofaScore, 5-4-1. So far it's accurate, according to what I have, and I put some images in there. Trinidad and Tobago is playing the 5-4-1, and the anthems are going on right now, with Levi Garcia up front as the captain. We have Spicer, Garcia, Rampasad in the midfield, with Dante Sealy, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, out wide on the right. Andre Raymond, Kobe Henry, Jaren Jackie, Daniel Phillips, Darren Payne replaces Cardines, and Smith in goal. Jamaica with the 4-1-4-1 formation. So instead of having 2 in the defensive midfield position, they have Hayden in there, Holgate, King, Pinnock, and Lee as the back 4. Blake as well in goal, who's fantastic, by the way. Reed, Russell, Cephas, Gray. Cephas is amazing, by the way. And Burrell up front. So all the players are exchanging pleasantries. I'm going to make sure I get my clock, because last time it was a couple seconds off. But you all were very sharp and kept me on top of my toes. So like I said here, according to Concacaf, which is the feed I have, they're saying it's a 4-4-2. So it's interesting. The information I got from one channel, it's 5-4-1, and now I'm seeing 4-4-2. So who do I believe? I'm not too sure. So I will try to switch it as soon as I can to 4-4-2 and adjust it accordingly. That's going to take a lot of work. So Concacaf is saying something. The news sites are saying something else. So I'm going to have to change that as soon as I can. The players are doing their huddle. So I'm going to see if I could fix the lineup to what they're saying. I'm going to try really hard. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So Trinidad and Tobago, according to them, is playing the 4-4-2. So I'm going to try to get that. Hopefully it works. So I'm doing this while we're speaking, folks. Folks, this is a lot of pressure, as we say in Trinidad and Tobago. But I was built for pressure. Built for pressure, folks. So according to them, it's the 4-4-2. So I'm going to switch to the 4-4-2. Obviously, the players are all over the place, of course. So I'm going to have to switch things around. This is going to take a lot of work, because obviously Payne is now right back. So I'm changing it while we're talking, folks. So for those of you coming into the live stream, in case you're wondering, I have the wrong formation. One site reported 5-4-1. Concacaf is saying 4-4-2. So I'm going to rearrange this as we see fit. So in this thing, Darren Payne, who's number 2, I'm going to have to change him with Phillips. So Phillips, my God, this is going to be a lot of work, folks. I'm gonna try my best to do this. And change the images. I think I'm doing a good job, folks. I think I'm doing a good job. So the game is just about to start, and I will start the clock on time. So Payne is there. On the left, like I said, I don't know if I could do all this in time. But I'll try. I'm trying to update it as best as possible. Because like I said, I saw 2 formations. And one is saying 5-4-1. And the other one is saying 5-4-1. So Jamaica is playing a 4-2-3-1, as I know, folks. So interesting. Maybe Dwight York has a little tactical surprise there. So Andre Rampasad, I'm gonna have to put Dante Sealy there. So like I said, I'm doing my best, folks. I'm trying to fix this lineup while we speak. This is live, folks, live. So it's about to start. I'm going to set the timer here, folks. So I'm hoping my stream is online with you all, because on my stream it hasn't started yet. Everybody's getting in there. So I guess for the first couple of minutes I'll be fixing, and we're off. The game has kicked off. Jamaica in the yellow, Trinidad and Tobago in red. Like I said, folks, if you're wondering why the formation is all over the place, it changed at the last minute. It was reported as a 5-4-1, but it's 4-4-2. Jamaica immediately trying to get into Trinidad and Tobago's half. So if you're just joining us, folks, welcome to the live stream. Trinidad and Tobago in this must-win game against Jamaica. Jamaica with a throw-in the 24th second of the game. in the Trinidad and Tobago half. Like I said, it was reported that Trinidad and Tobago were playing a 5-4-1, but according to Concacaf, what I'm seeing here, it's 4-4-2. And Jamaica is trying to press Trinidad and Tobago back. As it stands, folks, Jamaica is on top of the group. We had all those school previews, so there's a little bit of a physical hustle here. Trinidad and Tobago, battling physically on the wings here. And like I said, I'm going to have to adjust my formation here. So I'm going to try to update the squad while we're talking. And of course, on all the reputable websites, they have a different formation from what was seen on Concacaf. So Trinidad was reported to play 5-4-1, but according to Concacaf, it is 4-4-2. So like I said, Trinidad and Tobago, a long ball in there. Of course, Steve McLaren said, defense is key. He expects us to score. In my prediction from an analyst, not a fan of Trinidad and Tobago, I'm saying as an analyst, it could be a draw. But of course, as a fan, I want us to win. So folks, let me know where you all are, where you're watching the game. Like I said, subscribe, comment, and all those things. Follow me on the socials. We'll be announcing our win. I'm getting a nice shot of Trinidad and Tobago. The staff here, York and those guys with their game face on. They're not showing the lineup on this particular site that I'm on. So folks, I know they say 4-4-2. So I'm going to rely on the fans in here to help me do that. So Kingley Ledge, 2-1 for Trinidad and Tobago. Ronald Samuel, everybody else. Kelvin Thomas. Yes, so everybody welcome. So if I'm a bit distracted because I'm trying to fix the scoreboard for you guys, because the reported squads were obviously wrong. It seems like maybe it's a little bit of strategic misinformation from Dwight York, just to kind of maybe fool people a bit. Because it's still saying 5-4-1 on all the other sites. But on the CONCACAF stream that I have, it's saying 4-4-2. So, the ball possession is already in Jamaica's favor. They have 70, we have 30. So, they are pushing us back a little bit. So, while we're doing that, I'm going to try to keep fixing the lineups here. So, folks, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. So, some people are saying Dante Seeley's up front in the 4-4-2. I missed it, folks. So, like I said, if there's anybody with the updated information, let me know, because I'm trying to fix it while we're going. Some people are saying Seeley up front. I'll adjust it when I get time. So Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica applying some pressure. Trinidad going up the right side. It looks like Seeley with a nice throw ball in here. Levi 1v1, maybe pushing it a little too far. That first touch let him down, folks. Levi with a better touch, if I'm not mistaken, could have gotten in there and, maybe created a shot for us. So a very decisive through ball. And, we did have a bit of a shot, folks. So, folks, let me know where you are, where you're watching from. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, follow us on our socials. I'm trying to use these new glasses. Levi. I'm seeing Levi, and it looks like Phillip pressuring up front. It is interesting. Jamaica attacking down their right side. A tackle. It could be a foul. It was a clean tackle. So, it's very physical, folks, as expected. Ron Julian, folks, I'm going to read all the comments when I get a chance. If Trinidad and Tobago draw, they have to hope. Yeah, correct. So we have to win. We have to win. We already have put ourselves in a difficult situation. But we'll try to. We need to win. It is what it is. So Trinidad and Tobago swinging the ball across to Spicer, exchanging at the back. Kelvin Thomas, I'm watching from Balize House. Cool. Nice. I hope you have a whole bunch of people watching. If you want me to shout out anybody, you can, although I'm kind of stressed out. So Dante Seeley out on the right, getting shoulder charge, but Deron not reading him as well. He did try to make an overlapping run, and they tried to link up, but it didn't work. So far, so good, I think. I think Trinidad at home has a really good record. I'm confident we can get a result. But this Jamaica team is very strong. And one thing that may work in our favor, and Lance Whitaker in our preview did mention, Jamaica is still not firing at 100% as people would like. And, once we could be sharp with our error, get rid of the defensive errors, we should be able to, like all teams, give us that kind of tranquility at the back to attack. So Trinidad passing the ball comfortably in the back. Jamaica not pressing too high. It's a bit of a selective press. Kelvin, are you messing with me or are you really around? That'll be great. If that's send me a picture. I want to see Kelvin Thomas, Ron Julian. I'm listening from Grenada. Listen, I love that you all are from all over the Caribbean. So Trinidad and Tobago at the back there. I'm seeing what looks like Philip in midfield, putting the ball out wide right to Payne with a very good piece of control with a 1-2 combination on top of the box. Is it a corner for Trinidad and Tobago? That was an impressive touch and an impressive pass. Darren Payne, I really like Cardines. I know a lot of people gave him a hard time in the last game, but I think he did a really good job overall. And, Payne stepping in the right back position. Of course, we have some EXTV staff that's there. So, they'll be giving us our post-match, so you could stick around for that. I actually have to head to the stadium after this, folks. So, Jamaica, they're having some discussions. I'm going to try to update the lineup the best way I can. And I'm trying my best while we speak. So, Jamaica in possession. So, while the game is going on, I'm going to try to fix this. This is going to be challenging, folks. Usually, I save this for the substitutions. But, I'm going to have to fix this. So let's see really quickly. Spicer. I'm rearranging the squad as we speak. This is difficult. So Trinidad and Tobago keeping the ball possession at the back. And I noticed last time the team sheet I got from the TTFA was actually not accurate. So, what is that about? What is that about? And this is official, folks. So like I said, I hope I'm doing a good job doing this. So while I'm loading up the screen here, I think at least I have the defense and part of the midfield correct. I think Dante Seeley. I have to switch him around. Of course, this is, oh my God, this is all over the place, folks. This is all over the place. So folks in the live chat, let me know. I'm not going to say that out loud. Good luck TNT, you deserve it more than Jamaica. Wow, that's interesting that you say that. And first of all, people keep coming in and welcome to the live stream. Interesting comment. Curacao and TNT for World Cup. Okay, so everybody, we have a very diverse bunch of people in here. We all want people I support Jamaica. I really like the spirit inside here, folks. We're competitive, but it is showing how classy you all are, and I'm very impressed with that. So folks, like I said, I'm trying really hard to get this lineup fixed. It's turning out to be very difficult, but I'm trying to do it at the same time. It's 0-0 if you're just joining us. 8 minutes and 34 seconds in. This is tough, folks. I'm not getting an accurate lineup from any of the websites. Bermuda ain't beating Curacao. Yeah, I think so as well. So, Jamaica, if you're just joining us, Trinidad clearing the ball, creating some attacks. Jamaica trying to create some attacks. A bit of a forceful run into the middle there, drawing a foul. And, folks, like I said, if you could update me on who's the midfield quartet, because according to SofaScore, I'm seeing 5-4-1, but that's clearly not the formation. Like I said, I'm trying my best to get those lineups, but I'm not seeing it at all. Anyway. And the other sites are saying 5-4-1, but it's not. It's not a 5-4-1. So everybody who's coming in here, Jamaica forcing a corner here. So Trinidad and Tobago is going to have to be sharp. They don't want to concede a goal this early in the game. And, we'll see how it goes. Kivon, Bakunia G. Kelvin Thomas, I feel Curacao will beat Jamaica next game. So if we win tonight, we have a chance. Yes, listen, we have to win. That's all we have. And they think that's what we can control. So Trinidad has to get those 6 points. It is what it is. And if anybody, has any other scenario you're thinking of, let me know in the live chat as well. And I love all the viewers coming in. You all really encourage me to do this. Jamaica whipping the ball in. It's a very high delivery going extremely far away from the far post. Jamaica still in possession. I believe it's a physical battle in here. Philip doing a good job keeping possession. It's very physical. Very, very physical, folks. So Trinidad and Tobago gets. So while we're doing this, folks, I am trying to fix the formation while we're doing this. because what was reported and what we're seeing on the screen is very different. So I'm guessing Rampasad. Trinidad with a throw in there, folks. I'm trying to do 100 million things here, folks. It's very tough. The lineup here. It's not reach how we playing. Mark, we're actually playing okay, Mark. Welcome to the live chat. We're playing okay. Mark, Ron, Julian, Kelvin, Thomas, Curacao. Just have to draw the last game against Jamaica. Let's hope so. Let's try to win this game, folks. Let's try to win this game. So like I said, at halftime, we do have the, if you're just joining us, I did announce that we're going to announce the winner at halftime. And the jersey, I opened it this time, you know, from the kind folks of Sportwear and Mitron. I got the signatures, folks. I got 4 signatures. Dante Silly, Kylie Aubrey, Jaren Jackie, Jamaica. Trying to create something in the top of the box here. Being very physical, but Trinidad and Tobago so far being able to handle it. Did Jamaica draw a foul? Trinidad and Tobago doing well to not only stop the attack, but draw a foul for us as well. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm going to try to fix the lineups while we're doing this. This is turning out to be very difficult. Like I said, Trinidad and Tobago in possession. I got really quiet there because I'm fixing this for you all. Trinidad and Tobago getting a lot of room down the right side. Dante Sealy taking on his man, cutting inside. Overlapping run from Payne, cutting the ball across field. A long shot, a distant shot. I could not see who did that. Folks, who took that brilliant shot? Kelvin Thomas, the jersey will look good on me. So Spicer taking a shot from distance. I thought he would have whipped it out to Payne with that overlapping run, but you know, that confidence is there. And you know, we have to, as Dwight York says, play on the front foot. You know, it's something that has plagued us for years. So folks, while we're speaking, I am doing this lineup thing, and I'm hoping I'm doing a good job. So we're seeing it wasn't that bad. It was a bit speculative. Kevin Molino obviously will be coming off the bench. So I'm just kind of narrowing it down, folks. You know, just my educated guess on what the lineup is. So Jamaica once again, you know, a goal kick for us. So I think we're not doing too bad, folks. We should not allow Jamaica to get too comfortable. We're 13 minutes in. If you're just joining us, I did a bunch of cool graphics. Folks, you can let me know what you think the layout looks like. I've been doing my best. We're doing a lot of our attacks down the right side. Payne, I'm impressed with Payne so far. Trinidad looks very comfortable passing the ball at the back, which is a very good sign. For years, you know, a lot of people have watched Trinidad and Tobago football. You know, in recent years, we have improved that ability to play the ball out the back. And I'm really seeing some improvement. Uncle Sam, welcome. Hopefully TNT keeps calm in the match. I hope so. I hope so as well. I really hope so. You know, I think, you know, I've seen games in the past where we played really well and then concede against the run of play. A bit of a physical battle in midfield there. As expected, both teams are very strong. Trinidad and Tobago winning the ball successfully so far, which I'm impressed with. They're not drawing a lot of fouls. An attack that looks like Riemann or Spicer down the wing. I can't tell from my view. Whipped in but cleared by Jamaica. Being pressed by Payne high up the pitch. Jamaica going to have to force themselves out. I'm hoping Payne doesn't foul him. Jamaica doing well to draw a foul. I think Payne probably could have just held back the tackle a little bit, but Jamaica doing well to take some pressure off and draw the foul. So, once again, I'm going to try to fix the midfield now. Let's see. So, I'm thinking, while we have this little pause, Payne claiming his innocence, but we'll see. So, I'm going to have to fix this really quickly, if I can. And I'm really trying, folks. This is this is really difficult, but I'm trying my best. So we have Justin Garcia. This is proving to be a difficult lineup. So folks, I'm seeing 4-4-2. I'm trying to figure out who the lineups are. Jamaica with an attack in the box there. Shot, but well blocked. Well blocked, folks. I was a little bit worried there. I thought for a second. Blocked by Kobe Henry. We had a nice pre-match conversation with him if you want to look at those things afterwards, because obviously you all are looking at the game. We do have it at EXTV. Jamaica getting their first, what I think, opportunity in the 15th minute. Smith calming his troops down. Kobe Henry keeping possession here. Payne at the back. So as it stands, Curacao is on 11 points. Jamaica is on 11. Jamaica is on 10. So I'm guessing Curacao is winning their game, and Trinidad and Tobago is on 6. So like I said, we have to hope Bermuda do us a favor, but we can only do our best right now and get a result. That is the win. Welcome Echo Lima. I think that's such a cool name. Ron Julian, Dwight York is doing a great job as head coach. Yes, folks, I think he's doing a great job. And for those of you in here, don't forget, I'm going to ask you all while we're watching, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. I'm seeing people already subscribing. You know, Jamo, Blackie has subscribed. Trini Grade 01, Harrison Wells. I appreciate that. Be sure to follow me on my socials here as well. And, you know, we'll be announcing our winner. So Trinidad with a long ball into the box. Levi is very good at holding the ball up. Payne pressuring. Jamaica clearing the ball frantically. The ball falling kindly to Kobe Henry, who, you know, to be honest, they look composed. Kobe Henry and Jaren Jackie. I think that's Philip running through midfield. Now, even though Concacaf is saying 4-4-2, it looks like, you know, obviously, you know, players are drifting in and out. So I'm confused. The cross in, it's not meeting anyone. And once again, you know, that has raised concern about us lacking that tall number 9, traditional number 9. But Levi Garcia is playing in that position, not known for his aerial ability. So, you know, that's interesting. So Jamaica with a throw-in. We are applying the pressure. A throw-in from Lay. It's going to be a long throw. Yes, as expected. One well by Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago doing a good job pressing. Not allowing Jamaica to settle. Like I said, Jamaica drawing a foul. So this is Kobe Henry. Jamaica with a quick free kick. This is where the team has to pay attention. I'm looking at the stadium. It's not as packed as I would expect. But Trinidad and Tobago fans have a tendency to come really late. Darren Payne under a little bit of pressure here, but doing the safety first option by clearing it out, folks. So everybody who's in here and all over the world, let me know where you're from. Darren Payne, you know, having some communication issues with Smith. I think they're just keeping each other on their toes. Like I said, you know, maybe people are still outside the stadium. It's very difficult to get in the stadium sometimes. It's a bit of a bottleneck, and sometimes people have to walk in, and the parking is all over the place. But, you know, I think by halftime, knowing Trinidad and Tobago, it will be filled. Stefan Muradali from North Korea. Wow. Very interesting. What's it like over there? And, you know, are you watching the game on YouTube, Stefan? Welcome. Jamaica with some chances, one after the other. 2 consecutive shots. I see the ref has raised his flag. I think the rebound was a player in the offside position. So that was close. Darren Smith, you know, gesturing to his defenders and players to keep sharp. Gesturing to his players to go out wide. York looks a little bit annoyed. I'm guessing, you know, he's a little bit annoyed that the players are not being sharp in that particular area. With Jamaica creating those chances. So, Smith taking his time to get the ball out there. You know, it seems like there's a pause, and I'm not sure why. So, folks, everybody in the chat, is there anybody who knows? Because it's reported that it's a 5-4-1 formation, but Concacaf said it's a 4-4-2, and I could obviously fix it at halftime. But, you know, it is very difficult for me to update this information. So anybody who knows the 4-4-2 formation lineup, because I'm not seeing the accurate formation on any of the sites, because it was reported as 5-4-1. Spicer doing well. I figured if Spicer getting into the rough end of a tackle, 50-50 tackle, he is rolling around on the ground. I hope he's okay. Phillips going across to see if he's okay. Phillips looks angry. You know, it looked like a very physical tackle. I hope Spicer is okay. I mean, we do have some options. Rampasad and Phillips, you know, explaining to the ref. So let's take a look at the replay. I don't think it was intentionally bad, but it was very physical. Jamaican people in here, let me know what you think. Me trying to be as impartial as possible. I think it was a very hard tackle. And, of course, Spicer. Both players on the ground now. York is probably talking to the ref and saying, hey, you know, listen, you know, take a look at that. That should be a yellow. Folks, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And everybody in the chat here, Kelvin Thomas, do you know Kim Jun? No, I don't. So while there's a pause here, let me try to update the squad list, folks, because this is annoying me because I'm following the squad list that was given to me by a lot of people, and it's clearly not accurate. I'm gonna go to the Concacaf website and see. Concacaf.com. Because clearly everybody seems to have reported that was the formation, and it's clearly not the case. So I'm gonna try to get it from him and the pretty smile. Is it me with the pretty smile or Dwight York? I know it's not me. Whatever. I like my smile. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Concacaf to get the information. And okay, so look, Concacaf is saying 3 at the back. What is going on? 3 different websites, 3 different. So according to Concacaf, they're saying 3-4-3. So this is very annoying. Very annoying. So I'm going to have to. I'm going to go with what Concacaf is saying. My God, this is ridiculous. So I'm going to go with the 3-4-3. So according to the initial reports, it was 5-4-1, which makes sense because that could actually be a 3-4-3. So I'm going to go with the 3-4-3. My goodness, there's a huge discussion going on. So I'm gonna use that opportunity to fix the formations. So Jaren Jackie, Garcia, and Kobe Henry. My gosh, this is gonna be a lot of work, folks. So I'm gonna try to fix this. So according to this, and of course it's all over the place here, folks. So I'm gonna try to do this as fast as possible. So Jaren Jackie is on the right side of a back 3. Wow. So much conflicting information, folks. So much conflicting information. Center back is Kobe Henry, of course. Oh, actually, no, it's Justin Garcia. Wow, okay. So there you go. When I think I know the team. So Spicer looks like he's okay. Like I said, I'm trying to fix this, folks. I'm trying to fix this. So Kobe Henry. I have to shift things around, folks. I'm doing it. So the play has resumed. Darren Payne, obviously, is playing in that wide right position. So I'm going to do that, folks. My goodness, this is crazy. This is crazy, folks. I'm trying to update this. I'm gonna have to get a staff next time, folks. Is that what I'm going to have to do? Get a staff? Because I am struggling with this change of formations. Jamaica applying some pressure on the wings. Darren Payne, who I'm actually fixing right now. He's twisting him inside out. Jamaica with a far post cross. Ooh, he did cause Darren Payne some problems, folks. He did cause Darren Payne some problems. That 1v1 situation. So, like I said, I'm going to try to fix this. This is very difficult, but I'm doing my best, folks. I am trying to fix this, and I have to admit this is causing me a hard time, but I'm trying to fix it. So now it's reported it's a 3-4-3 formation, and while we're doing this, Jamaica is on the attack. If you're just joining us, we're 24 minutes in. Jamaica in our defensive third, they're attacking, passing the ball back to midfield, keeping the ball pretty steady in the midfield, but Trinidad forcing them back. You should hire for Zero to sort out that. The thing is, what's crazy, folks, all these are reliable sites. There's Concacaf. The Concacaf website and the Concacaf feed are saying 2 different formations. SofaScore is saying 1 formation, and the TTFA is saying 1 formation. So I'm going to go with the most recent formation. They're going at Kobe Henry, folks. They're giving him a good, as we say in Trinidad, some pressure. So like I said, wow, this is really difficult. So Justin Garcia is in the center back position. So I'm fixing that, folks. Trinidad on the attack. Could this be a goal? Shots! Whoa! So close across the goal. Far post. That should have been 1-0 to Trinidad and Tobago from Levi Garcia. Good opportunity if you're just joining us, folks, with the 25th minute. It's 0-0, and Levi Garcia creating a wonderful opportunity for Trinidad and Tobago, forcing a corner. I'm looking at the replay. A couple step overs here. cutting inside, having the Jamaican player on the floor, so close, folks. Wow, the replay is even more impressive, and that's Levi Garcia is scary good, folks. So like I said, I'm going to go back to fixing this thing. I'm fixing the lineup, folks. Oh, and I still have to do the substitutions. So, I'm doing this, folks. This lineup has changed a whole bunch of times. And, what will piss me off is if they change the formations again. So, I have the back three correct now. Now it's to do with the midfield. According to Concacaf, it is Payne, Phillips, Rampersad, and Jackie. That can't be right. That's interesting. I'm going to have to probably do this at halftime. This is ridiculous. I can't keep up. So I'm going to take advantage. There's an injury now, so I'm going to try to do this really quickly. So. I'm fixing it, folks. I'm fixing this lineup. Folks, if you're joining the live stream, let me know what you think. Ronald Sammy always fixing. Ronald, this is very difficult to do, Ronald. These people are giving me wrong formations. And yes, I'm always fixing. I want the best. I want you all to have the best, Darren. Darren Payne. Wow, this is crazy, folks. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to take advantage of the window, folks, to fix this. This is crazy. I need a staff. I need a team. Maybe one of you in the live stream could come across and help me out with this. So there's a lot of things going on here. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm going to use this, take the opportunity to fix the lineups, everybody. So it's a very physical game as expected. And I have to tell you, folks, I'm kind of confused why there's so much conflicting information about the formations. I don't think that's, I don't know, maybe that's maybe that's strategic. Maybe that's strategic from Dwight York and those guys. Possibly to kind of throw people off. What do you all think in the live stream, folks? Maybe. Richard King is injured, so Jamaica are about to resume play. So we'll probably have a good bit of extra time. So like I said, folks, I am trying to do this, and it's mostly fixed. Jamaica is about to restart the game, so it'll probably add this on definitely. In terms of injury time. So if you're just joining us, 28 minutes in, now I'm seeing the formation is 3-4-3, which makes sense. The original one, which was 5 at the back, it's 0-0. There was a long piece of stoppage for injuries. So Jamaica in possession of the ball. While we're doing this, like I said, I'm literally adjusting the formation as we speak. And, I'm doing my best, folks. I'm doing my best with this. And, hopefully by the time I do this, there's another player on the floor. There's a lot of injuries, folks. So, Kefas, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, looks like he's coming off, which is sad for Jamaica, but he's a scary player. So I'm hoping, if he comes off, that's a bit of a good sign for us. But I mean, it's going to make things a little bit difficult for Trinidad and Tobago if he stays on. And I'm seeing the goalkeeper is stretching, so there's a lot of players. Something's up with the Jamaicans. Yeah, the goalkeeper is calling to be substituted. So, interesting. A lot of players are dropping like flies, folks. What do you all think about that? Jamaicans, Trinidadians, what do you think about that? A lot of the goalkeeper is now on the floor. It's, if you're a Jamaican, that's a bit worrying. If you're a Trini, this is not bad at all. Because then, yeah, this is not good, folks. If you're just joining in the stream, folks, let me know what you think. What's next? Everyone's throwing licks, brawl. I don't know, but the Jamaicans seem to be struggling with the physicality of the game. I don't know if it's the heat or whatever, but it definitely seems to be doing them not much favors. So play has finally resumed. It's a very stop-start thing. Trinidad with a long ball in. Levi perhaps drawing a foul, getting a little too physical with the Jamaican defense there. So Trinidad looking a bit more physically strong, which is good because that's one of the concerns we had for a long time. So yeah, so there's a substitution waiting to come on. As you can see here, for Jamaica, Low is coming on for King. So Low is coming on for King. There's a substitution. So Jamaican fans, let me know what you think about that. I'm genuinely shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. You know, usually the physicality is something associated with the Jamaicans. The ball is in the Jamaican box, but we did not make much of it. Jamaica frantically clearing, so we are creating those opportunities for Trinidad and Tobago. Dante Seeley there looking a little bit annoyed for whatever reason. Wow, folks, I'm adjusting this thing. It's taking a lot. Jamaica playing tactics delaying, playing Clint Brewster. Yes. Mother Husk in the stands. Kelvin Thomas. So, folks, if you're just joining in, be sure to like, subscribe, share. We'll be announcing our winner at halftime. I will fix the front three in a couple of moments. Trinidad and Tobago with the possession in the 31st minute in our half. There's going to be definitely a lot of stoppage time. Trinidad and Tobago progressing up the field. Ball straight out to the wings. A nice idea, and it actually worked. Did we keep possession? No, we didn't. No, we did not. But, you know, Trinidad and Tobago switching the play. So, yes. So, like I said, I'm going to take the opportunity to fix this. So, I'm going to fix these lineups here. I said fixing about 100 times. So, Jamaica now in possession. If there's a quick pause, it's because I'm sacrificing a couple seconds to get this lineup correct. I don't want to have the wrong lineup on the screen. I can't believe I'm spending most of the time fixing the lineup because these so-called regular people gave me wrong information. I'm very unhappy with that. So, we now have to put Dante Seeley in there. Again, my gosh. Just one more player, folks. And we're good. And if it's one thing, let me know. So Jamaica with a long throw-in. So a lot of teams have been using the long throw-in, folks. 32 minutes in. Let's see if Jamaica is going to do that as well. A lot of people have been doing this. Did you all lose the sound? Some people saying they're not getting sound. Is that true? Because everybody else... Is everybody hearing me? Money Pro Music, no sound. Everybody, let me know. Let me know. I'm seeing my mic is on. Trinidad and Tobago successfully clearing that ball. And... you know, another corner for Jamaica. Another corner for Jamaica, folks. So, this is dangerous because Jamaica can be dangerous on set pieces. This is a real test to see how our defenders handle this particular situation. Curacao, as you guys are letting me know in the chat, it's 2-0. So, that's not good for us. Ron Julian. No sound. Y'all are not hearing me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you guys are hearing me. Folks in the chat, are you hearing me? Let me know. What's going on? A lot of people are saying they're not hearing me. Are you guys hearing me right now? In the chat? Okay, so some people are hearing me, some people are not. So let me... Okay, so people in the chat, let me know. I got a little bit scared there for a second there because I have no idea why it would not be working right now. Okay, Ron, I'm glad you all can hear me. Junior, Josh, yes. Maybe it's a little bit of an internet connection issue. I don't know. So, like I said, I'm trying to fix this really quickly for everybody. This is really a pain for me to do this, folks. I'm fixing this, so the last person I have to fix now is Tyrese Spicer, and I'll finally have my lineup correct. Trinidad and Tobago attacking. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. We have to blame. Put some blame onto the people releasing this information. This is crazy. Alright, so I think it's finally set. My god, I could rest somewhat. Is that a penalty call in the box? Folks, what are we seeing here, folks? Folks in the chat. Let's see. Is that a foul? I'm looking at the replay and apparently it's not. Don't we have VAR, folks? That looked like a foul. Phillips with a nice ball in, well intercepted. Dante Sealy taking on his men. That looked like a foul. Let me know what you think, folks. Clearly it's not. Payne whipping it in. We don't have those tall players that could head the ball in, at least in the front three. That's not what they're known for. Dribbling. Levi doing a good job. Still in possession here. Philip. Oh, is it Raymond? My stream got a little pixelated there, folks. I think that should have been that's a valid call. And we don't get VAR calls, folks? In the last Jamaica game, there were some calls for Jamaica and they checked them, which were correct. There's no checks for us. I don't know if our coaches on the sideline don't put enough pressure on the fourth official, because that's part of the game, folks. You have to put a little pressure and say, hey, why didn't you look at that? VAR look like AI. Yeah, Kivon, I'm not pronouncing that correctly, let me know. And finally, I think I got the lineup correct, folks. And folks, I'm wearing glasses for the first time in my life. So as it stands in the group, Curacao, 11 points. Jamaica, and 10 points. Trinidad Tobago, 6. Folks, I was actually at the game earlier. I have my pass. I was at the stadium. I dropped off the other half of my team right now. And I came back because I wanted to do this stream for you all. You all supported me a lot, and I appreciate the support. And I will be doing the halftime giveaway and announcing the winner. And the ball is whipped into the box here. Cleared by Jamaica. Levi in possession, doing very well to hold the play up. Looking to take on his players. Maybe should have passed the ball there. Trilonis. Let's go TNT. Here again supporting Chase from Mexico. Listen, I love that people are from all over the planet. I think, back to the game there, folks. Just to pause for a second. Dwight York is gesturing for a yellow card. And, generally, folks, we don't get really favorable calls. And for any of you who have been watching Trinidad Tobago football for years, we don't get those calls. So everybody let me know where you are. Spicer out wide. Overlapping run. A low cross that didn't really amount to anything. So, folks, initially, in case you were wondering why I paused a lot, the initial reported formation was 5-4-1, which, when I look back now, even though the Concacaf feed said 4-3-3, it technically could be this 3-4-3, because this could easily switch to 5 at the back. And these formations are guidelines. So, of course, in possession, we could switch to 5 at the back with Jackie, according to what these people are saying, dropping into that position. But, I have to admit, with Spicer, Garcia, and Celia up front, that's a powerful front three. That's a formation I really like. A long ball into the box. Is it anything? Is it a corner? Kobe Henry seems to be annoyed with the goalkeeper. I don't know why. He's gesturing that he should come out to get it. So Garcia, very annoyed. So they have to keep their calm. He is suggesting that Smith should have come out and get that ball and, sniff out that danger. So Jamaica with a corner, folks. Jamaica with a corner in the 38th minute. The Jamaican player seems to have a problem with the ref. I don't know what it is. We have to take advantage of these opportunities, folks. We have to take advantage of these opportunities. For those of you in the chat, folks, let me know what's going on. Let me know where you're from. Mexico, Curacao, all over the planet. I know there's some people from Europe. It's whipped in. Well cleared by Trinidad Tobago. Kivon, bro. Curacao running riot. 2-0. Yeah, I'm not entirely surprised. Oh, my goodness. It is 1-0 to Jamaica, but it's called offside. It's called offside, thank God. The Jamaican players are protesting. What happened? So all the crowds are gesturing. Everybody, their heart was in their hands. So Money Pro says they're not hearing me, but everybody else is hearing me. Everybody in the chat, let me know if you're hearing me okay. I would like to know that, because Money Pro Music he's saying he's not hearing me. So I don't know if it's something on Money Pro's side. Everybody in the chat, let me know if you're hearing me okay, because one person is saying they're not hearing me. You guys maybe could help Money Pro out. So everybody in the chat, let me know if you're hearing me okay. So if you're just joining us, Jamaica got the ball in the back of the net, but it has been ruled offside. So someone tell Money Pro what's up. Let Money Pro know. So they whipped it in. I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm seeing the replay here. If it's an offside call, it's a very close call. It's a very close call. Money Pro doesn't seem to be hearing me. Guys, I think you should send a message to Money Pro in the chat and let him know, check his mic or his speakers, because everybody seems to be hearing me. Jonathan Vihon Garth, welcome as well. You're hearing me as well. So guys, message Money Pro in the chat and let him know, check his mic, because, you know, I want everybody to enjoy. So I'm looking at the replay again on my stream. It looks like a close call. So I could see why some of the Jamaicans may be upset. Trinidad and Tobago has to win, no longer can. Yeah, of course. I said that in the match preview. We have to win. I think if we don't win, I think it's game over for us, folks. We need way too much things to go in our favor. Is it mathematically possible? Yes. But I mean, you know, those draws against Curacao really hurt us. Really, really hurt us. The way how we're playing, I think we could nick a result. Goal scoring has not always been our strongest point in this campaign. We have been improving. A lot of people are already talking about post World Cup qualifying. If we don't make it, you know, we should keep Dwight York on. You know, folks, you can let me know in the chat what you think about that. Should York stay on no matter the outcome? Kingly Ledge, if Trinidad lose, Jamaica will qualify. Yeah, correct. I think they need Trinidad to beat Trinidad, and I think they need a favorable result in the other game. To just kind of make it mathematically secure. So Trinidad with a long ball up. I'm hoping, you know, we take advantage because, you know, you don't want Jamaica to feel too comfortable at home. You know, they are very proud of when they play in the office in Jamaica. And like I said, also to all the Jamaican fans out there, my hearts go out to you all with the hurricane. I hope everybody is well. I know some may not be able to come on the live stream tonight because of the damage in Jamaica. You know, Lance Whitaker updated, you know, there's a death toll that's pretty high. So, you know, in addition to all the sport, you know, we all are from the Caribbean. I hope everybody's okay. Ron Julian, don't matter what happens. Dwight York needs to stay on as head coach. I hope so. So, folks, if you're just joining us, there's been a lot of stoppages, some substitutions, players hobbling around, very physical. A goal disallowed for Jamaica. Trinidad creating a couple chances. We have 42 minutes in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. And at halftime, we'll be announcing the winner of this jersey. With a couple signatures in there. Oops, it's wrong side. As you can see, there's a couple signatures in there. We got 4. But, you know, back to the game, folks. Back to the game. Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica in possession in their half. So there's probably going to have a little bit of extra time in there. Clint Brewster, yes, it's an offside goal. So Jamaica trying to calm things down, which works in their favor. You know, Lance Whitaker and myself in our match preview, you can check that out. We had 2 match previews, and it was a huge honor to have someone like Lance Whitaker, who has worked in Sportsmax for years, has great knowledge. Trinidad and Tobago winning possession in midfield. Philip trying to force his way into the Jamaican defensive area, but well stopped. Jamaica quickly attacking, very direct, going out to their attacking left, taking on pain. They seem to be taking on pain. I don't know if because, you know, Spicer is usually there. Is a tactical reason. Not getting the ball between Payne's legs. So Payne is having a little bit of trouble there. And it seems as if Jamaica, Steve McLaren and his men has identified Payne as a possible vulnerability for us. I saw a lot of 1v1s versus him. So just like we have players that could take on players, Jamaica does as well. Trinidad and Tobago coming down the left side, but not linking up well. A bit of miscommunication there, and the ball goes out of play. So Spicer and Raymond not really linking up well. And I like that they're calm and he's saying it's okay, don't worry about it. That's good sometimes. Because sometimes a lot of players tend to react. That's a very, in the old school football, I think that was an okay tackle. Spicer going in very hard. I don't know if that's a little bit of revenge for earlier. But Jamaica is doing their best to kill the momentum, calm things down. This is kind of working in their favor. They're going to roll around a little bit. Levi and Raymond having a chat. Spicer coming in, trying to win the ball high up the pitch. The Jamaicans are saying, hey, it should be a card. Folks, let me know what you think in the chat. Do you think that's a yellow? Is he going to get a yellow? I don't think, me personally, I think he just tried to win the ball enthusiastically. I don't think it was malicious, but it was not the best tackle on low, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. So this works in Jamaica's favor. They could burn some time. I mean, they will add it on for injury time. And, you know, Jamaica, once again, calming things down. They'll want to slow the pace down. I'm seeing what looks like 8 minutes of extra time. So I'm going to try to do that with my cool So it's supposed to pop up on the screen there, folks. So it's just been announced 8 minutes of injury time. And Trinidad and Tobago, Payne out wide, whipping the ball in. We don't have those tall players to get on the end of the crosses like those traditional number 9s. Winning the ball on top of the Jamaican box. Whipping the ball into the box with a cutback. Well read by Jamaica. Forcing a throw in for Trinidad and Tobago. So we are applying some pressure, folks. So Spicer, I'm just checking my clock here. With 45 minutes, with 8 minutes of injury time. With Trinidad and Tobago also resort. Spicer is going to take the throw in, which I think is interesting. Usually, sometimes you push a wing back in to do the throw in. Welcome, Herman Jr. Williams, Echo Lima. Like I said, folks, while you're in there, I would like to ask everybody to subscribe. A long throw in, not well cleared by Jamaica. It's still bouncing around, not well cleared. Out to Payne. The Jamaicans are protesting something. Payne with a 1v1. Trying to take on his man, putting the ball to the top of the box. Jamaica doing well to close the passing lanes. A bit of a quick fire shot there by Dante Sealy, but he did not connect as he would like, and it was well saved. And Jamaica, doing a good job to contain things. So Jamaica will be happy, I think, heading into the first half. If they get going with 0-0. Trinidad and Tobago trying to pressure up front. And I like the aggressive approach of Trinidad and Tobago with 3 forwards. They should take Payne off. He keeps being targeted. Yes, I think Payne is being targeted. The question is who will come on for him. Payne is pretty decent offensively, but they seem to maybe think McLaren has clearly identified. Let's attack him. Levi Garcia holding the ball on top of the box. A lovely through ball to Payne. Is that a penalty call? I felt as if Payne should have maybe stayed on his feet there and whipped it in. Playing for a penalty. He's giving the referee a bounce, which is a very Caribbean thing. A lot of people in the crowd are thinking it's a penalty. Payne, to be fair, did not protest. Let's take a look at the replay. Great ball by Phillip. Yeah, Payne went down a little bit too easily. I think if he held his ground and was a little bit more physical, he probably could have drawn a foul. But we do have a corner. Dante Sealy stepping up to take the corner. And the players, let's see. Can we take advantage? They're crowding the keeper. Interesting way of setting up the set piece. Trinidad players are crowding the keeper. Can they whip it in? We're approaching the 3rd minute of injury time in the first half. It's 0-0 for those of you who are just joining us. And like I said, get everybody else to join in. It's whipped in. Very good delivery by Dante Sealy. I think Garcia, the defender Garcia, is on the ground. Rampasad is going to take a quick throw in. Another cross in. Wide to Dante Sealy. Nope, didn't get to him. Headed back in. Ball still not well cleared. Jamaica is having a hard time dealing with us. And, it will be a shame if we don't take advantage of this. Jamaica will be happy heading into halftime. Philip doing a good job passing the ball back. Or is it Raymond? I can't see. Trinidad and Tobago having to go back, which I think was the sensible thing to do instead of risking a counter-attack. So we have a couple minutes left in injury time. And Trinidad and Tobago whipping the ball out wide. Spicer trying to get on the end of it. Not getting on the ball. Managing to retrieve the ball with a very audacious piece of skill, a rainbow. Audacious flick by Levi Garcia. Whoa, folks. That was some ridiculous skill, folks. I need to see a replay when this play is done. The ball is still in. The danger is not over yet. Trinidad and Tobago, once again, starting from all the way back to the defense. But that was some ridiculous skill from Spicer. I thought the chance may have gone, but he did really well to not only recover the ball, but using some ridiculous, audacious skill to get over the Jamaican defense. Payne, maybe, probably should have saved some of his gas. I want Telfa on as a second half substitute. Do you want him to come on for Payne? One of the Jamaicans seemed to be in difficulty with his eye. I don't know if this is a tactic to kind of slow the game down because Trinidad and Tobago look really strong. There's a throw-in. Jamaica getting the ball high up the field. Trinidad and Tobago doing a good job stifling the Jamaicans. Jamaica trying to get out of their half. A lot of pressure from the Trinidad and Tobago players, forcing them back, forcing them to resort to long balls, which works in our favor because then the ball was forced out of play for Trinidad and Tobago throw-in. And I'm seeing one of the players looking like he's having a little bit of difficulty. I think it's Lee. A diagonal ball out to Spicer. A little bit too much fuel on that pass, and Spicer was not able to get to it. So we're approaching the end of the first half. We have about 2 minutes left of injury time. There's a lot of things that took place. Trinidad and Tobago creating chances. Jamaica having a goal called offside. Jamaican fans in the chat, let me know if you thought that was a fair call or not. A couple penalty shouts. And Trinidad and Tobago creating some chances. But not once again. This kind of reminds me of the Curaçao game. We are penetrating, but not really being able to get that final ball in to get that goal. Will that come back to haunt us? Because we did play pretty well against Curaçao in both games, especially in the first game at home, in terms of creating chances, but taking those chances. And like I said, I am seeing a bit of progression. Jamaica definitely look a little bit winded. And, that's kudos to Trinidad and Tobago. I'm reading some of the comments here. Kevon Payne is having a good game. Telfa needs to come on with 15-20 minutes to go and run at Holgate. Yes, I hope so. Trinidad and Tobago trying to combine down the left side, but unfortunately the combination play did not work. Spicer once again causing havoc down that left side, taking on his man, giving it to Levi. Jamaica doing well to unsettle Levi and win the ball. And Jamaica, as a result of our pressure, are trying to do a quick release up the wings, but Trinidad and Tobago are doing a good job, not allowing Jamaica to play through the middle. A lot of pressure. Payne, I think he's doing okay, but Jamaica, Steve McLaren and his men have clearly identified in their eyes, I'm not saying I agree, that Payne is somebody to target. And I think it's because Cardines has been in that position the most. But so far, he did have some difficulty, but I think he's adapting really well. Jamaica with once again a long throw-in up the pitch, trying to progress up the field, forcing another throw-in, which will work in Jamaica's favor. Will burn a couple more seconds, get the ball high up the pitch, away from their goal. Dwight York barking out instructions. And there's only a couple seconds left for the first half to end. And I'll probably talk about some statistics at halftime. I usually take a quick break at halftime, but sometimes the discussion is going really well. But I'm going to announce the winner at halftime when I get a chance. So Jamaica with a long throw-in. Not well cleared by Trinidad and Tobago. The ball is still in possession by Jamaica. Jamaica perfectly content to run the ball out for a throw-in. I think that's strategically very smart for them. I think they're willing to go to halftime, and I think it is halftime. So, folks, if you're just joining us, it is now halftime. Trinidad and Tobago 0, Jamaica 0, and there's been a lot of action in both halves. Dwight York having a conversation with the staff. Oba, funny enough, that's the guy. That's one of the medical guys for the team. He's actually helping with my shoulder, folks. I'm doing this live stream with a bad shoulder. Chelsea Clinton, the longer the game progresses without scoring, the more desperate they will become. Now, folks, Jamaica is not under too much pressure to win because, of course, a win is ideal for them. The pressure is more on us. So it is halftime. Folks, I'm going to pull up some of the statistics really quickly. According to SofaScore, let me pull this up really fast. First of all, in case you're all wondering, I had to change the formations 3 times because it was reported as a 5-4-1. Then Concacaf on the screen said 4-3-3, 4-4-2, and then Concacaf's website said 3-4-3, which more lines up with the original formation, which makes a bit more sense. I like the attacking formation. And yes, Kingly Ledger draw is not good enough, folks. So everybody in the chat, let me know what you think. And like I said, I'm going to ask everybody in the chat right now before, I'm going to announce the winner shortly. Or should I announce it after the game, folks? What do you think? I'll have a vote. Chat, let me know. Should I announce the winner after the game when we're having the chat, or should I announce the winner now? What do you think? To give people some chance to like, subscribe, or whatever, because I have a software here that's going to pull up, the people who, random subscribers and commenters. It's, maybe I'm going to try to pull it up on the screen, and it's going to pull it up. So let me know. Trinidad Tobago. Athena says no. Should I give anybody else a chance? Chelsea Clinton says no. It's halftime already. You 5 minutes adrift. Really? The halftime, I don't think so. I think I'm in sync. Not by 5 minutes. Because I'm in sync with the stream here. I refreshed the stream. So I definitely don't think halftime was 5 minutes ago. Florida man. I'm guessing you're from Curacao. So welcome. So everybody in the chat, like I said, I'm going to ask you all, be sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell under the YouTube video. Follow us on all the socials you see here. You could follow me on my social media at Andre Soklal on Instagram. We also have the Facebook page. And, on TikTok, we also have some hilarious videos in there. Some interesting content. Me playing video games with Kevin Molino. So, folks, it's 0-0. Welcome, Oran Hernandez. Trinidad and Tobago have created some chances. So, let me pull out some stats really quickly. Let's see, folks. Let's see what the halftime stats are. So, Chelsea Clinton is saying, 2-0 for Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica. I hope that's not the case, but I understand if you're supporting your team. Statistics-wise, so look, SofaScore has updated their formation now. So originally, I think it was reported, and maybe, folks, maybe the wrong formation was a little bit of a misdirect to give us a little bit of a tactical advantage. So now it's saying 3-4-3 with Rampasad and Phillips. So I think the formations are finally correct. In terms of statistics, we have a shot map for Trinidad and Tobago. So we have 5 shots. For Trinidad and Tobago versus 2 for Jamaica. We have... Why I'm not seeing the shots on target? But anyway, possession 61% for us, 39% for Jamaica, which is impressive. I'm seeing 3 shots here on target, 4 shots on target. 1 from Dante Sealy, 1 from Spicer, another from Spicer, and I'm not sure who the other one is. They're not saying here, but another attempt from Levi, which went wide, and another from Spicer, which was from the beginning. So, folks, SofaScore has rated, Darren Payne has a high ranking on SofaScore. The votes, according to SofaScore, 72% of people think that Jamaica is going to win, 15% think they're going to draw, and 13% think that Trinidad and Tobago is going to win. So, let me know what you think about that, folks. The standings so far, because in the other game, Curacao was winning. As it stands now, folks, Curacao is on top with 11 points. Jamaica, second in the table with 10, as it stands with the draw. And Trinidad and Tobago with 6. Of course, if we win, obviously we jump to 9 points. Jamaica will, stay on the original 9 points. And, that kind of makes things a bit interesting for us. So we have to get that win, folks. And, a lot of people are hoping Bermuda would do something. And let's hope so in the second half that Bermuda takes some points off of Curacao and makes things interesting for us. So, back to the statistics. Big chances created by Trinidad and Tobago. 1. Saves for Jamaica. 3. None for Trinidad and Tobago. Corner kicks. 3 versus 1. Foul 6. Passes for Trinidad and Tobago. 222. 143 for Jamaica. Very physical game. 12 tackles. And free kicks. And this information has been brought to you by the kind folks of SofaScore. The formations are up and running. Everything is okay. And like I said, folks, if you're just joining us, it's halftime. It's 0-0. I think, in terms of the attacking momentum, there's too much things to bring up on the screen. But according to SofaScore, Trinidad and Tobago has the majority of the attacking momentum. Jamaica had a couple spurts in there. They had a goal disallowed for offside. Jamaicans in the chat, let me know if you think it should have been disallowed. Let me know what you think. I'm seeing people jumping in the chat here. Regular Drex 868. TT needs to avoid just throwing the ball with bad crosses. Bumperclad Florida man after the game with signatures on the shoot. So some people are saying doing after the game. Okay, we'll see. TNT had a good half. Clint Brewster, welcome. Kevon, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Kevon, Telf and Gil, James, it's their time to bring this home. So yeah. So like I said, folks, I spent a lot of the first half fixing the formation. So I think it may be some clever tactical misinformation by Dwight York. Because they said 4-4-2 and now it's 3-4-3. So everybody, if you're joining in the chat, it is 0-0. And if folks, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Comment right now. Click the notification bell. I actually see when people subscribe on the thing. So everybody who is viewing right now, I'd like you all to stop and click that subscribe button. It really helps. Also, follow all the socials as well. And also head over to extvmedia.com and all these things. It helps your chances win this jersey, folks, in a random draw. Because you will get this, the jersey I've been talking about with 4 signatures. I'm trying to get it in there. So we have Kylie Ovre, Dante Seeley, Jaren Jackie, and I think it's Philip, if I'm not mistaken. It's really tiny, but yeah, I think it's in there. Very cool signatures. I could try to get more, and whoever wins, if you're in Trinidad and Tobago, we can meet up, and I will give you the jersey. If you're at the game, at the next game, I'll give you. But we'll definitely do that. So, like I said, folks, be sure to like and subscribe, folks. I just saw Rayshon Bennett has just subscribed. Rayshon, I appreciate that. And of course, folks, we have EXTV merchandise and all these cool things that help support the channel. It helps me continue to do this. It takes a lot of work and effort and resources to do this. So if you want to support me, it's delivered all around the planet. And of course, some of it goes to charity as well. So you are doing a lot. You're helping me and you're also helping charities as well. So we have the EXTV merch store. It's in the description below in our videos as well. And we do have a membership option now where you could support EXTV. And that's if you all want. It's entirely up to everybody else. So, folks, I hope you like the layout. What you think about the graphics on the screen? What do you think about the formations and everything? I'm always trying to improve the live streams. And if you didn't know this, folks, I was at the stadium earlier. This is my pass. And I was there with my camera guy. And I came back here because I did not get the necessary internet connection and approvals from the TTFA. And I want to get it next time so I could do the live stream at the stadium. So that way, after the game, I could go do my post-match conferences, which I'll put up on the EXTV YouTube page. So I actually drove back down the highway to the EXTV studios just to meet you guys. So I was going to start at 20 to 8, but I probably started like 5 minutes before. So, folks, I hope you all appreciate that. I sacrificed my in-game experience for you all because it's a lot of love, and I really appreciate what you all are doing, and you all are really helping the channel to grow. So I'm going to go back here. Kevon, it's 0-0. Lincoln Marshall, what's the score? It's 0-0. Ron Julian, Kevon, I know that Curacao was winning comfortably. I'm hoping Bermuda, springs a surprise on us. Ron Bermuda doesn't have a chance. Yeah, it's a tall ask, folks, but stranger things have happened in football. Trev, why Levi is play confident in front of goal for club and country, makes so much mistakes. It's just one of those things. It happens sometimes. Maybe in front of your home crowd. Sometimes the nerves of performing for your country is different. We've seen it before with other players for their national teams. So, hopefully by now, you could put it in because, that's one of the problems. We do create a lot of chances, but we don't put them away. Ron Julian, they always say that it ain't over till it's over, but I don't see Bermuda turning anything around. Curacao is winning. Sorry, you have to face reality. Yeah, I think it's very unlikely, but you never know. You never know in football, folks. You never know. So, folks, if you're just joining us, let me know where you're from, where you're at. I see there's people from the UK, from apparently Hong Kong. Somebody said they were from in Hong Kong. Mexico. Everybody inside here from around the islands, Curacao. Let me know where you're from. That's very interesting, and I really appreciate that. And I'm going to have the other half of the EXTV team do the post-match conferences. Usually I'm there. I left the game, folks. I left the game to come do this for you all. But the next time, folks, I'm going to make it my business to do the live stream, if not at the stadium, near to the stadium. I've been trying. It's very difficult to do that because I want to be there next time to give you all possibly a live feed of the post-match conferences, which we will have after the game on the YouTube channel. So, folks, I see Alvin Moore has subscribed. Thank you, Alvin Moore. I really appreciate that, folks. The subscribers really help the channel. We want to get to that subscriber goal of 3,000. So we're getting close. We're getting close to that, folks. Do I have the subscriber goal thing here? I want to pull that up. Do I have it here? It's going to be hard to pull that up. That's probably difficult to find right now. But, we want to head to that 3,000 mark and keep increasing those subscribers. So everybody who's in the live stream right now, a lot of people are saying we'll do the... so after the game, I will announce the winner. What do you think, folks? Just to give people a chance to subscribe and like and so on. And follow me because it really helps. Like I said, we have an EXTV merch store for everybody in here who's following the Trinidad and Tobago game. It really helps the channel. We have a membership option now for those of you who want to join and make donations. You can. That's entirely up to you. And it also gives you exclusive content. It's not just the watch-alongs we do. We have match previews. We have interviews with people like Shaka Hislop. We had a great one. People in the chat, let me know what you think about us having Lance Whitaker on. I also met Mariah at one of the training sessions, and, we will probably do some content together. Kenwin came here last time. I may bring John Michael Williams next time. let me know. Let me know what you think. So everybody seems to be, the majority says after the game. Karen Parsons, welcome. Chelsea Clinton, I can't believe that you are being a coward. Who is being a coward? I don't know who that is. I hope it's not me, because that would hurt. So anyway, so Chelsea Clinton, welcome to the chat. Kayvon, only 4 likes. We can do better. Let's hit 250. Folks, really? Please hit the like button below. Like I said, I'm going to ask everybody in the stream right now. I'm seeing a lot of people. Click the like, click the subscribe, click the share. It really helps the channel, folks. It really helps me, and it continues to make me do this. So I hope I get a bunch of likes, shares, subscriptions. Paul Alexander. So like I said, folks, so everybody who's in the stream right now, I would like you to take 1 second to click that like button, click that subscribe button, click the little bell, because when we do unique content, you will see it. So I see the players are at halftime. I want to hydrate, and I'm drinking this matcha. And I'm also wearing real spectacles for the first time, folks. These have blue light protectors. I got these today. These are my first prescription glasses ever. And, you know, I'm not going to sell out my age, but they said I did pretty good for entering. I'm 43, if you all didn't know that. I should have made you all guess in the comment section. So Christopher Reynolds, welcome. Jamaica to win. You know, I understand you're supporting your team. I mean, I hope not. I want Trinidad and Tobago to win. So I see on my feed here the Trinidad and Tobago players are coming back on. Let's see if there's any changes, which I will have to adjust. So I'm seeing, so far, I'm not seeing any particular changes on my screen. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm seeing a lot of empty seats in the stadium, though. But no Trinidad and Tobago people. You know, they're always coming in at halftime. So maybe there's people going to the washrooms, buying their drinks and so on. So everybody, Kieran Parsons, welcome. I'm seeing. So folks, like I said, subscribe. It really helps. Right now I'm trying to adjust the microphone here. So folks, let me know. Let me know what you think about this game. What do you think is going to happen? I'm seeing a lot of people in here. So viewers, it's a couple minutes before second half resumes. I think we've been playing really well in terms of attacking, but we need to score. Trinidad and Tobago needs to get that win to have that chance. We need to go down on a high. So Kevon, Kieran Parsons, everybody, Trinidad and Tobago, click that subscribe button. It helps. We're about to do the kickoff, so I'm going to have my clock here, and I'm going to try to keep it in sync. And it's kicked off, so I'm definitely a couple seconds off. So they're 7 seconds in, so I'm going to... So good, we're in sync. So we have kicked off. The second half has begun. It felt like a... That's supposed to be a long period, but Jamaica on the attack here. I'm not seeing any substitutions. I'm guessing Steve McLaren may have said to his men, you know, we need to put Jamaica back, Trinidad and Tobago on the back foot and take the ascendancy back. Jamaica doing well to create an opening on the right side and across. So we'll see what tactical adjustments Steve McLaren made. Trinidad and Tobago with a long ball up front. Levi Garcia on the receiving end. Levi Garcia with a shot that went straight over the bar. Oh my gosh. You know, I would have loved for that to have scored, folks. So Trinidad and Tobago creating a chance very early with a very direct route one thing, which we have seen Jamaica used against us in the last game. And it's interesting for us to use that tactic against them. They use a lot of direct balls over the top, which caused Trimmingham and Garcia at the time, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, Kobe Henry some problems. Levi Garcia, perhaps with a little more composure, could have gotten the ball in. You know, the Levi Garcia for Ike Athens. We need him today. Drex868. Jamaica on the attack, folks. So there's a lot of action going on. Jamaica getting a little bit more leeway into our half. So clearly Jamaica is trying to kind of stamp their authority on this game, because the first half they were on the back foot. So Steve McLaren is definitely telling them to push back. But Trinidad and Tobago is going to have to contain that mini blitz. Darren Payne doing well to draw a foul. Drex868. Should TT get the win, they will have to beat Bermuda to at least go for second. Yes, it is what it is. I said it in the preview. Anything other than wins is out of the question right now. So we have to win this game and then worry about those things afterwards. But let me know what you all think about the scenarios. So there's a lot of comments coming in. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Like I said, everybody who's in the chat, please, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so and like. It really helps. And it will help your chances to win the jersey. So Jamaica, I'm seeing there's a bit of discrepancy with a tackle there. With Jonathan Russell speaking to the ref about a possible foul. And of course the throw-in for Jamaica by Holgate. It looks like it's obviously a long throw-in. Is that a foul? It looks like a foul. So Trinidad Tobago fortuitous. Trinidad Tobago trying to do a quick release. A ball over the top once again, which we seem to be getting some success. Payne trying to get at the end of the ball, successfully doing so. Jamaica tracking back with numbers, so I think the counter-attack may have been gone. Phillips whipping a ball into the far post to Spicer, who has been doing a great job controlling those passes under pressure. Spicer taking on his man. Back to Raymond. I'm really liking this form. This is one of my favorite formations, folks. I love that Trinidad Tobago. We are using it and we have the potency. Payne taking on his man, beating his man, whipping the ball in. A foul in the box. Levi Garcia is looking to the ref. Jamaica. You know, is it offside? Did we get a foul? I'm trying to figure out what happened there. Because it looked like Levi Garcia fell. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, folks. So we got a corner. Levi complaining to the ref that it should be a foul. So Trinidad Tobago. Philip taking the corner. York is protesting. So York definitely saw what I saw. So Philip is taking the corner. A lot of different people. Usually Cardines takes the corner. Clifton Ali's second half began. Clifton, I don't know, because I'm using a live stream here. And it's pretty much in sync, but I will adjust it if you're saying that I'm 3 minutes behind. So Trinidad Tobago getting a corner. So I'm going to refresh my stream because Clifton says I'm 3 minutes behind. So I'm refreshing my stream. So let's see if that's the case. So according to Clifton, we're in the 49 minutes. So I'm going to adjust Clifton. I'm going to listen to you. So, let's see how that goes. So according to this, it's 49 minutes in, which seems to be in sync with mine. So I don't know if you're seeing ahead, Clifton. Great, because I'm in sync with the YouTube feed that I have. So it's saying my clock seems to be in sync with that. It's on the 50th minute here, so. If you're ahead, I mean, that's great, but I guess Concacaf is maybe behind and you're seeing it ahead. So Trinidad Tobago whipping the ball out wide. Jamaica. A lot of direct football, folks. Both teams resorting to direct ball. Smith having to come out. Not doing a convincing job of clearing the ball. So both teams resorting to those long balls. Reggae Boyz down. Clifton Ali. Yeah, and you mentioned that, but I mean, I refreshed the feed. Everything, it seems to be in sync. I'm exactly in sync with the Concacaf feed. For me, at least. But if you're ahead, you know, if a goal scored, be sure to let us know in the future. So welcome. So Payne doing a good job with a very quick 1-2 under pressure. I really like the triangles and the passing formations. Trinidad Tobago resorting to a ball. A lot of pace there. Applying pressure. Forcing Jamaica to do a clearance. You know, I'm a huge fan of Andre Blake. He's a great goalkeeper, and as Lance Whitaker, who was on our match preview, mentioned, you know, they're going to have a great game. I'm not very happy that the stadium isn't filled, folks. I'm seeing a lot of empty seats. And I know the local media reports that the stadiums are filled, but I think sometimes a little bit of dishonesty there. Maybe there's people walking around, people still buying drinks, who knows. But anyway, there's a throw-in for Trinidad Tobago. Blake with that clearance. Claiming a foul by Levi Garcia. Levi Garcia is very strong. He's very upset. Levi is telling him, calm down. Trinidad Tobago with a shot. They were showing the replay. Spicer taking a shot, forcing a throw-in. So it's starting to get a little bit feisty, folks. Spicer was pushed onto the track. He's lying down. Some may say it's theatrical, but I think you could see there's a little bit of a... The referee is speaking to... Who did that? It happened too quickly. I couldn't see who did it. Oh, okay. I'm seeing the replay now. So it's Damian Lowe pushing Spicer falling on the pitch. Spicer riling up the crowd, folks. I'm riling up the live stream, folks. Listen, this is a big game for us. A long throw in into the box. The ball is bumping around, not well cleared. Still in possession. Spicer looking to swing the ball in. Pretty decent delivery. The ball is still bubbling around. Jamaica is having a hard time dealing with it. Dante Sealy trying to take on his man. Perhaps should have gone wide. Jamaica trying to get a counter-attack. There's a 2 versus 2 situation. So, I think it's Jaren Jackie. Jamaica with a 1v... Oh my gosh, it's a 1v1. Jamaica scores, folks. Oh my goodness. The worst possible scenario. Jamaica scores against the run of play from a counter-attack. A 1v1 taking on our centre-back. Jamaicans are celebrating. This is the worst possible scenario, folks. If you're just joining us, we're 53 minutes in. 8 minutes into the second half. Jamaica has scored while Trinidad was applying pressure, silencing the Trinidad and Tobago crowd, silencing me right now. Folks, Trinidad and Tobago need to react. We need to react. Garcia is gesturing to the crowd to calm down. Let's take a look at the replay. So there was a counter-attack. I think it was a 1v1. Yeah, obviously it was a 1v1. Excellent job taking on the player in that 1v1. Having Raymond, eventually he put Raymond on the floor and scored a brilliant goal. What a brilliant goal by Jamaica. Kudos to them. I'm disappointed right now, of course, as a Trinbagonian. But Kefas, if I'm not mistaken, scored the goal. Lance spoke about how dangerous he is. Yes, I'm fixing the scoreboard as we speak. Jamaica is 1-0 up. Trinidad and Tobago, we have a wall to climb now, folks. A hill. It's not impossible. We are creating chances, but this is a problem we have. Ronaldo Kefas creating that. Russell had to be on the sideline looking a bit upset. I felt as if Dante Sealy should have passed the ball out wide, knowing that Jamaica could have gotten that counter-attack. So Chelsea Clinton, hold that. Want Jamaica to Trinidad. Chelsea, kudos to your team as a Trinbago fan. This is the worst scenario. This is pretty much, if it stays as it is, the nail in the coffin for our campaign. It's pretty much done for us. But it's 54 minutes in, 9 minutes into the second half. Kefas with a great goal. Against the run of play, Jamaica getting that counter-attack. And what I will say is, Dante Sealy should have probably whipped the ball out wide, because in a situation like that, you have to be very careful when you lose possession. Jamaica pounced on that counter-attack and did a very good job, because then it was a 2 versus 2 situation. And unfortunately, Raymond in that 1v1 situation was taken down by a very, dangerous Ronaldo Kefas from Jamaica. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I think he's an amazing talent. Yes, Clifton Ali. Clifton, I think maybe you are 5 minutes behind. But yes, you are correct, Clifton Ali. It's not ideal, folks. Folks, what do you think? Who do you think? What Dwight York should do? What substitution should come on? What do you think Trinidad and Tobago should do? I'm seeing the crowd, which is one of my issues I have with Trinidad and Tobago. Sometimes the crowd is not imposing enough at times. We do get quiet and silent. And, sometimes you don't do enough to intimidate foreign teams. A lot of foreign teams say we're too nice. And, of course, we're naturally nice people. But, we could still get behind the players. Uncle Sam, no character will be tested. Correct. And like I said, everybody who's joining in the live stream, like I said, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, because we'll be doing our giveaway at the end, and it helps the channel. Jamaica in possession, whipping the ball in. And Trinidad is, like I said, is going to have to show their character. Jamaica with the ball in our defensive third. Not the best delivery. It turns out it was offside, apparently. Kevon. Jovan Maddow, who has a link for the game. So, Jovan, if you want to watch the game and you're in Trinidad, you have to go on the Concacaf channel and you have to get a VPN. If you're not from Trinidad, I think it should work. I think it is shown on, I believe, Flow. Some people told me. Trinidad with a quick free kick. Spicer trying to release quickly, but Jamaica doing really well to stop that. I think that was Lay. I'm not sure. So Trinidad and Tobago is going to have to react quickly. We are capable of scoring. I think it's possible Kevin Molino may come on. It's interesting that he didn't start, and it's probably due to tactical and physical reasons. So I'm seeing Dwight York is, hand is on his chin, that coaching look. Spicer is doing a lot of the throw-ins, which is interesting. I usually prefer wingbacks doing it. So the ball is in the box again. Another situation like before. Not well cleared. Trinidad and Tobago still having the ball. Jamaica clearing the ball in the same attacking play. And once again, I can't see if it's Raymond. Jamaica clearly has identified a tactic on the counter-attack. They are going at our right centre-back and causing problems. It's clearly a very tactical decision to release that player very quickly. So Dwight York is going to have to take note of that. Philip trying a little bit of flair. So Jamaica doing enough to slow us down a bit. Raymond pushing up the right side. Back to Philip. And Andre Rampasad there, I think. And out wide to Spicer. Chelsea wants the game to blow off right now. Jamaica is on the verge of history, folks. Jamaica across whipped in. Payne losing out the ball there. Jamaica quicker to it with a very good clearance. So this is ideal for Jamaica. A draw would have been fine. But a clearance, some case, goal scorer to defending. So he is having the game of his life. And a very interesting tactical approach in the second half. Jamaica soaking up a lot of the pressure and then attacking hard down their left side against our right centre-back, causing some very dangerous 1v1 situations. And it is causing some problems. Jamaica applying selective pressure, which is clearly obviously a tactic by Steve McLaren, who has adapted his tactics a little bit. So York is going to have to adjust. The momentum has now shifted in Jamaica's game because now we are obligated to attack and get that goal because we need the 3 points. We have to not be careless when we're doing it, but it's pretty much a do or die now. So we have to make sure we don't attack too carelessly, but we definitely have to respond. Just like the Curacao game, we'll see maybe if Molino comes on. Payne being blocked. Jamaica defending with that low block that people love to use. A lot of people love to use that word, and I wonder if you all know what that means sometimes. Is it, according to Florida Man, it's Curacao 5-0. Spicer once again taking on his player. Whipping a shot in that goes over the bar. So, folks, this is looking daunting. This is looking daunting, but we have time, folks. We are 59 minutes into the second half. Well, 60 now, so 15 minutes into the second half, depending on how you want to say it. I'm not seeing any substitutions yet, but I expect York to make some tactical changes within the next 10 minutes. I think I can't see much in terms of changing it. Just my concern is for the counter-attack. When Trinidad attacks, Jamaica goes hard down the left side. So as it stands, Jamaica are on 12 points, Curacao on 11, and we will stay on 5 points if the scoreline stays as it is. We have the 12th man for the people who are there. I hope they're really getting behind the crowd and not quiet. That's a real issue I have with Trinidad and Tobago fans. So, we have a free kick. Rampasad and Philip are standing. I guess they're going to do a long delivery in. And it's not to say that we didn't create chances, folks. We did create chances. Let me raise my mic a little bit. We are creating chances. Rampasad and Philip having a big discussion there. A free kick. Good distance out, so they're probably going to deliver it into the box. Blake, marshalling his troops. Whipping it in. Cleared by Jamaica, so we have to watch out for that counter-attack. Not well cleared. Jamaica, let's see if they're going to try to go out on the left side again. They have tried to do that, but Philip doing a good job. Stopping that counter-attack, but you could see Jamaica what they were trying. Spicer with a good cross in there. And, we don't have those players that could get on the end of those headers. It wasn't Levi Garcia. I couldn't see who it was. Jamaica is probably going to try to milk as much time as possible. Andre looking for his man. Whipping the ball out. Going very direct. Not afraid to concede possession to Trinidad and Tobago and go on the counter attack. So I'm seeing Jamaica preparing some substitutes. If I look on the sideline, I think I could see, if I'm not mistaken, Richards, and I could not see the other player warming up. So it looks like one of the. It looks like Low is having some problems. And remind you, like, Low came on as a substitute. So Holgate, I throw in for Holgate here, folks. Clifton Ali, sorry, that's a score, guys. Yeah, I know. I was hoping, we'd get a win at home. But it's not over yet, folks. It is not over. But if it stays as it is, folks, the campaign is pretty much done for us. We'll be playing for pride, basically. Jamaica with a long throw-in. So far getting the job done away from home. That one counter-attack, and it just goes to show you how cruel international football is, folks. This Jamaica, and even, by Jamaicans themselves, and Lance Whitaker as well, admitted that, Jamaica is still not playing at 100%. A lot of their key players are not there. Not a very good clearance by, I don't know if that's Henry or Garcia. I can't see very well. It's a bit, players are tiny on my screen. So Trinidad winning a free kick in the middle of the pitch. So what now, folks? What do you think? What do you think Dwight York should do? I mean, so far I think outside the counter-attack, we have to watch out. Dante Sealy drawing a foul, asking for a card. So there is some urgency with Trinidad and Tobago football here. Dante foul, trying to take on his players. He looks like Phillips, and they were discussing who's going to do the delivery, but Phillip is in there. So it looks like it's going to be either Payne or Dante is going to take it. Is it going to be an in-swinging delivery or an out-swinging delivery? Let's see. A right-footed and a left-footed delivery. Depends. Dante Sealy is all set. Trinidad and Tobago is in the box, folks. Can we make something from this set play? It's whipped in over everybody's head. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. This is not what we need, folks. I hope Trinidad and Tobago, while we need the result, they maintain some calm. Dante looks a bit, unhappy. But, Dante is a quality player. He's the kind of player that can score free kicks. So we have to make sure our players perform. We need something more clinical in front of goal. And we did mention this in the match preview, folks. We did mention this, that, one of our things that has been our Achilles heel is, usually it's other factors. But in this case, our inability to finish and have that, goal scoring, that finisher that we've lacked. That Stern John, Kenwin Jones, for those of you who know, the Plaza type striker in front of goal, that number 9. I know it's very dynamic now. You don't have players that just sit there and score goals, but we do need a finisher to really take away some of those chances, because we do get a lot of progress down the wings, and sometimes the decision making when we get into the final third isn't great. We did create some chances. I know somebody mentioned in the group, Levi Garcia of Ike Athens versus Levi Garcia for Trinidad and Tobago sometimes. So I'm seeing Molino warming up, and I don't see definitely. So Molino is coming on, but I can't see who he's coming on for. So I'm seeing Molino as somebody else warming up on the sideline. So I'm guessing, and I don't know if the formation is going to change. So Jamaica is going to milk it as much as possible. So I don't know if York is going to make his substitutions now. So I will have to pause, because I'm doing this with multiple hands, folks, and I have one injury. Jamaica drawing a foul. Kefas doing a great job. So Molino and Mitchell, the new call-up, is coming on. So Jamaica is also making substitutions. So Richards and Campbell are coming on. So I don't know who Molino is coming on for. So Molino and Mitchell are coming on. Let's see. So Jamaica are making their substitutions. So I'm going to have to do mine now on my screen. So Jamaica are making their subs. Trinidad and Tobago, Molino is coming on. So Mitchell is coming on for Phillips. And I'm guessing Molino for one of the wide players, possibly. Molino is coming on for... Okay, so Mitchell, let me make that substitution while we're doing this. Oof, This is tough, folks. But I'm doing this for you guys. So Molino is coming on for Dante Sealy. So I'm going to make those substitutions, folks. I'm going to make those substitutions really fast. My gosh. This is very tough, but I'm trying my best. So Molino for Dante Sealy. So let's do that really quickly. Let's see how good my substitution ability is. I think I'm getting a lot better, folks. I mean, I changed 3 formations throughout the entire game. So Kevin Molino is on. And then Mitchell came on for Phillips. So Jamaica once again on the attack. I will fix this very quickly. Let's make sure this is not a goal. Jamaica on the attack. Well saved by Smith. Trinidad and Tobago trying for a quick counter-attack. While we're doing a counter-attack, I'm going to try. I think Rampasad is on the ball. Jamaica forcing us back a little bit. Trinidad and Tobago in possession. So I'm going to fix the other substitution. So Roald Mitchell, number 19, comes on for Phillips. So let's do that really quickly. Folks, I think I'm getting a little bit better than this. Usually I take a long time. So Roald Mitchell. Just loading up his image there, folks. Doing my best. Trinidad and Tobago in midfield. Molino is already getting in on the action there, folks. If I pause for a couple seconds because I'm loading this thing up for you all. So we have Mitchell here. I'm trying to load his image up really quickly. And folks, let me know what you think. I put a lot of effort into getting these things for you all. So I hope you all appreciate that. So Trinidad and Tobago, Kevin Molino is going to have to try to create something for us. Molino has been brought on for that purpose, to create something. So Mitchell is on. I think I finally fixed that. Mitchell is number 19, so I have to fix that number. And we're good. So I did the substitutions faster than my usual self. You know, usually people have teams, but there's in there. So Lincoln Marshall. I'm not seeing any chance if Curacao has 5 goals. Yeah, you know, it was already tough, folks. So Molino is on, and Mitchell is on. So Molino comes on for Sealy. Molino is already getting in, trying to drop deep to create chances. Molino is that kind of player. Molino has that confidence, taking on his man, trying to create a chance. Molino still on the ball, getting involved. He has that confidence. Mitchell going in with a tackle there, but I think, to be fair, it was a pretty good call by the ref. I don't think it was intentional. But we have to be careful now. But if you're just joining us, you know, we're in the 70th minute, you know, 25 minutes into the second half. Jamaica is winning 1-0, which is the worst case scenario for Trinidad and Tobago fans right now. Dwight York is playing his cards. He brought on Molino and the new call-up Mitchell. So I guess he identified we need somebody to score goals. You know, he used Obiku in the past. Levi, Dante, Levi and Payne connecting on the right side. And did we force a corner? Mitchell intelligently leaving the ball out to get a corner because I think the angle was too narrow. I'm seeing the replay. Mitchell did get an unintentional hit to the face. I could probably see the crowd rolling around. And folks, I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed in the crowd at the stadium. It's not filled. Right now, Jamaica is playing counter-attack. Yes, which is a smart thing to do. So Trinidad and Tobago with a corner. I think it's Molino taking the free kick. Yes. The ref, I think, is being a little bit annoying. I don't know what he's telling Molino. Like, he looks annoyed at Molino. I don't understand why. Molino, of course, you know, being a veteran, is not paying attention to him. I'm not sure what's going on with the ref. The ref is having a conversation with Jaren Jackie. Well, folks, by the way, I was one of the first people to interview him when he was still in high school. There's a video on the EXTV YouTube channel. So it's great to see these players transition from all the way back in high school, all the way back in 2016 to now. So, Kevin Molino with a corner kick. We are 1-0 down. It is the 71st minute. The ball whipped to the top of the box. Once again, Jamaica going on that their left side, which is our right side of defense, to try to start counterattacks. A deep crossing. Did we hit the post? My gosh. My goodness. Did we just hit the post? Oh my goodness. Did Garcia almost... If that wasn't anybody else, it was whipped in. The replay is going too fast. I can't see it. Did he hit the post? Or did he miss the goal completely? That's alright. Now I'm seeing a replay. So it was whipped in very cleverly. Okay, he just missed the goal. He missed the goal. I forget it went under the wrong guy. So, folks, we do create... Oh, we did hit the post. The outside of the post, but we hit the post. It just seems as if that luck, that little 50% luck that we need, it's not there. So, once again, Jamaica pressing us up front. Mitchell with some composure. I mean, Smith, sorry, what am I saying? Passing the ball out front. And I am impressed with this part of Trinidad and Tobago's game. We no longer resort to just kicking the ball out. Mitchell trying to get through the centre backs, and of course Andre Blake doing a good job marshalling his defense, burning up a couple more seconds. Like I said, folks, if you're just joining us, we're in the 73rd minute. Jamaica is winning 1-0. Trinidad and Tobago has made their substitutions as well as Jamaica, and this is the ideal scenario for Jamaica. First running down the clock a little bit, taking on some players. This is not the situation right now. Trinidad and Tobago not getting possession, but we have gotten the possession back. Cold Truth 3, I'm just dropping in to check the score and dip out. I don't want to end up depressed again. Cold Truth, you never know. What if we come back? You should stick around. Like, subscribe. Because, it really helps the channel, folks. I want to get the subscriber count up, folks. You guys have been boosting the channel. So James is coming on for... Nathaniel James is coming on for Tyrese Spencer. So let me do that really quickly. Nathaniel James, folks, is coming on for Tyrese Spencer. So let me fix that very quickly. Nathaniel James. I think I'm getting better at this, folks. I think I'm getting better at this. I may be able to make that substitution very quickly. There we go. There we go. Nathaniel James is in. Folks. ESPN, what do you all want? What do you all want? I'm one man, and I could do all this. Anyway, with an injured hand. So Jamaica has a free kick. Of course, this will be infuriating for Trinidad and Tobago because Jamaica are very good on set pieces. Generally. Not so much lately. But we have to throw the kitchen sink, or whatever we call in Trinidad and Tobago, basin. Smith doing good to get that. So York has made 3 substitutions. Molino, Nathaniel James has come on. And... the new call-up Mitchell is getting his call-up. Levi Garcia taking on his men, beating one man, beating another. Is that a goal? Oh my goodness. Levi Garcia taking on his man. Perhaps should have passed to Nathaniel James. Kevin Molino giving the thumbs up, really appreciating the attitude, and I like that. They never say die attitude. Listen, Levi Garcia is so deadly on those wide areas. So deadly. He had both players on their feet, on the floor, whipping it to Molino, and Molino doing a good job. So I guess he tried to blindside the defenders because everybody thought he was going to go to Nathaniel. He cuts back to Molino. Unfortunately, the ball just hit Molino a little too hard, and it goes wide. But on another day, that ball could have bounced in and scored. So, what a player Levi is. It's a shame. Molino getting in the middle of the action. Folks, there's a very cool FIFA matchup between Molino and myself. You can check out Nathaniel James taking on his player. We have some very skillful attacking players. However, did we draw that foul? Did we draw that foul? Nathaniel James, Molino, and Levi causing havoc, but we need to get that goal, folks. What do you think? Ron Julian, why isn't Telfa on the pitch? Just around... Yep, correct. We don't have much time left. Just about 15 minutes left there, Clifton. You're on the mark, Clifton. Keeping me on my toes. So, folks, Jamaica once again going for the breakaway. Those 1v1s against our centre-backs when we attack is very difficult. So we're going to have to hope that, Trinidad and Tobago stifles that. Trinidad and Tobago coming back in numbers. Of course, our wide players are dropping deep. Jamaica keeping possession. Payne with a 1v1. Not ideal. Jamaica cutting in, doing well to calmly get the ball back. Jaren Jackie. Love that tackle. Jaren Jackie's a South boy, which is where I'm from. Great player. Nathaniel James. So this is not what Trinidad and Tobago wants. Jamaica in our half, plus getting a throw in. They could now take their time, catch a breather. So for Jamaican fans, you probably are really happy right now. But for Trinidad and Tobago, this is not ideal. So I'm going to read out some of the stats so far. And in terms of substitutions, Campbell and Richards are off. Anyway, I'll get to that shortly. There's so much going on. So there's a foul in midfield. This is not what we're doing. Molino trying to gesture to the Jamaican to get up. They will try to milk as much time as possible. I hope that, the referees allocate the correct time. I noticed in the actual World Cups, the extra time and injury time is so exact that sometimes it goes to 10-15 minutes. But however, in these qualifiers, there's a ball in. Mitchell slipping at the last minute and the ball going over. A very good delivery by Levi. So Levi is now in his ideal position. Mitchell, getting on the end of it. A little bit disappointed with himself. Ron Julian, I agree. It was never going to happen. Curacao, well-coached, great team. And, those draws against Curacao, folks, are really coming back to hurt us right now. So there is a stoppage. Dwight York. I'm seeing Derek King and those guys handing out instructions, hydrating. I'm seeing for Jamaica, Isaac Hayden is on the floor. But of course, I think this is very strategic. The ref is trying to ascertain if he's killing time. And I think that should have been a foul on Molino. Molino is saying that. He fouled Molino and then is gesturing to the ref. And he's holding his head. So he may have injured himself. I think he tried to con the ref a little bit there, folks. Tyron Flores saying it's over. You never know, Flores. You never know. What if it's one of those games where we come back? Come on, Trinidad and Tobago. I've seen games in our 2006 campaign. I'm seeing some shots of the crowd. Come on, all those girls who had the games on your cell phones. Come on, man. If you're going to go on your phone, stay home. Give the tickets to the people in the live stream. You're on the phone. The game is going on. A lot of the girls are on their phones. Come on, man. Get behind the crowd. That's something I have a real peeve with Trinidad and Tobago. Get behind the team, sorry. Like I said, the seats are not filled. And they always report that the tickets are sold out. But oftentimes the stadium is not filled. It's a bit of dishonesty there, folks. But it's still a pretty packed stadium. But there's a lot of empty seats from what I'm seeing. It's still filled, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's scanty. But, this is a game that should have had, full seats. Of course, there's people probably walking around. But generally, it's a pretty good attendance. So we're approaching the 80th minute. And it's 1-0 Cafas. Jamaica out wide. Clearly causing problems on our right side of defense. It's clearly something they identified. And Jamaica now forcing a corner, which is far from ideal for us, folks. Oh, my goodness. In the words of Marshall, party done. Dixon Osula. Oh, gosh, Dixon. Oh, my gosh, Dixon. Come on. This is the last lap, then. Let's do the last lap and see if we could keep the party going, then. As far as I'm concerned, once there's time, there is hope. We'll see how it goes. Jamaica making a substitution. Burrell off. Rico Henry coming on. I'm seeing Anderson also on the sideline, waiting to come on. So all these things are, slowing down the momentum just enough. I think someone got a yellow card there. It looks like wasting time. Molino is gesturing to the refs, hurry up. So Jamaica has made their substitutions. Trinidad and Tobago. We'll see if York makes any changes. Anderson is on for Jamaica. And of course, this eats up some valuable time. Russell is off. I think Russell got the yellow card. He need over till the ladies sing. Yes, correct. Folks, and like I said, everybody's on live stream right now. I know you're glued to the game. You're glued to this. I hope everybody's having a good time. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, folks. It really helps, and you may win the prize. Jamaica whipping it in. Smith getting a decent clearance out. It's not really cleared properly yet. The ball bouncing a bit favorably. Molino is claiming it's a throw-in for us. It's a throw-in for Jamaica, which is probably frustrating for Trinidad and Tobago because we can't seem to get a little bout of possession. So Trinidad and Tobago players have to be calm. This is ideal for Jamaica. A bit of a long throw-in. So Jamaica opting to throw the ball back to keep possession. Nathaniel pressing. Jamaica with a speculative ball up front. And you know what's frustrating me, folks? We did not play a bad game in any of these games. I can't say Trinidad and Tobago played a bad game. We did not. And the blueprints are there for us to improve. It's just a shame that, you know, we could possibly miss out. But it's not a long ball to Mitchell. Just a couple seconds away. You know, Andre Blake doing well to come out and get that ball. Mitchell, you know, to be fair, I'm not going to be too harsh on him. You know, he has been thrown into the fire in terms of this call-up. I'm guessing Obiku, for whatever reason, Dwight York didn't call him. I'm wondering why. All these years of constant disappointment, 2025, I reached my limit of being disappointed. I understand how you feel, Cold Truth. I understand how you feel. I understand that feeling. I think a lot of Trinidadians understand that. And there's a lot of things behind the scenes which we speak about on EXTV, administratively and otherwise, that really hurt us in terms of our preparation. But we won't get into that now. It admittedly has been, I would say, since York came in, from a coaching perspective, I think there has been some improvement. But I think knowing that this was one of our shortest pathways to the World Cup, I think a lot more preparation should have been done maybe years ago. But it is what it is. So, 83rd minute, folks. Jamaica 1, Trinidad and Tobago 0. As it stands, this is almost a nail in the coffin, but I'm not going to say that until the game is over. Andre Blake pushing the players upfield. This is not the situation Trinidad and Tobago wants to be in. Trinidad and Tobago don't have possession. Jamaica doing well to head the ball up the field. We're having a hard time keeping possession. Jamaica is doing a good job. You know, just not allowing Trinidad and Tobago to settle, which is very good game management by Jamaica. You know, they sat back a lot for the game. We dominated possession for a while and took their chances, and now they're doing just enough where we can't create too much chances. And they're also doing a pretty good job of isolating, you know, our attacking players and trying to keep Molino out. Levi trying to hold the ball up. Levi Garcia trying to create something. 3 men on him. You know, what a player Levi Garcia is. Payne trying to whip it in. The ball is in the box. Not well cleared. Mitchell trying to call for a penalty, but I don't think he's going to get it. You know, we have to get the players up now. So, you know, we have to attack now, and, you know, there's also the risk when we attack we'll get that second goal. But, I mean, it is what it is now. We have to get it. Jaren Jackie, you know, throwing the ball back there. I think Andre Rampersad is on the ball, if I'm not mistaken. I can't tell. Whipping the ball in. We do have a chance. Mitchell holding it up to Molino. It's 1-1, folks. It's 1-1. So those of you who left, we're still in it. Kevin Molino scored in the 84th minute. Can we come back, folks? Can we come back? Well done, Kevin Molino. Let's update that score, folks. Let's update that score. It is 1-1. Can we get back into this game? And this is the kind of fight I like to see. This is what Kevin Molino brings to the team. So it is 1-1, folks. We have a couple minutes. Come on, Kevin. A draw is not the ideal result. We should go for the win, folks. But this is what Kevin Molino does. He is a game changer. The Jamaicans are protesting something. And I would be very annoyed, folks, and I'm going to tell you why. The VAR was not used for us in the Jamaican game when there was a clear foul on us. However, when there's things against us, all of a sudden the refs are looking for calls. I'm not seeing a foul. Mitchell doing very well to hold off the ball to Kevin Molino. The Jamaican player is claiming there's a foul off the play. Dwight York is doing fist pumps. He's on the pitch. And I'm hoping the people that walked away should feel ashamed of yourselves, come back. So Kevin Molino, what a great player. Great person. I am not liking what I'm seeing here, folks. They always are checking our calls, and it does not go the other way around. The ref seems it's a legit goal. Kevin Molino is complaining about something here. Time wasting. You know, hopefully this will go to added on time for us with minutes. Clifton, you know, Clifton, you seem to be pretty sharp. Let me know how much regulation time you think we'll have. Are waiting for a comeback. Come on, let's get that comeback. Let's get that comeback, folks. So everybody who's in the stream right now, let me know. Folks, if there's people subscribing, subscribe right now. Mitchell doing a great job, folks. Forcing a hasty clearance from Andre for Jamaica. And the thing is, Levi, Luke, and those guys did a good job because we were not getting a lot of possession. And I was just saying how Jamaica was stifling possession. So the ball was whipped in. Mitchell laying the ball off beautiful, and Molino showing that composure, pressing that L2 on the controller, whatever it is. Is it L2? I don't know. To get that in. So Lowe seems to be injured with a head injury, so you have to come off now, I think, with the rules. So yes, Clifton, yes, we got the equalizer by Kevin Molino. Can we get that winning goal? We have to go all out, folks. We are capable. Mitchell doing a good job. Perhaps a speculative shot out wide. We are putting some pressure. Once again, Jamaica are going down the right side of our defense, which seems to be their preferred area of attack, and it is causing us problems. Please do not. Okay, so luckily, but they are attacking down our right side of our back three. They are identifying that gap, and they are going after it all the game. I'm seeing the crowd on their feet. Of course, there's people on their cell phones, which is ridiculous. I'm annoyed that the stadium isn't filled. It is probably about 75% capacity. Maybe those scalpers bought the tickets. I hope not. But it's 87 minutes in. We'll see how much halftime it has left. This is Steve McLaren is on his feet. Jamaica getting the ball out wide, doing well to keep the ball. And that should be a foul. I could see, I think Andre Raymond is telling the ref it should be a foul, but we didn't get that. So this is a proper game, folks. Redo Boss, what's up? Welcome. Jovel La Fortune. So why this man did not start? Yeah, that's a good question. It seems like he comes on as a substitute in most games. I don't know. Maybe it's a fitness issue that we don't know about. Jamaica getting a bit of a scramble in the box here, but Smith grabbing the ball, causing a little bit of a scare. Smith trying to start a counter-attack. That should be a yellow card. That should be a yellow card. Stopping our counter-attack. I think it's a yellow card 4, if I'm not mistaken. I can't see it. Could be Rico Henry for Jamaica. Stopping that counter-attack. It looks like Rico Henry when we won the counter-attack. He took down Levi Garcia. It was an elbow. You know, some could argue that could be serious. I can't tell who it is. I can't see the name for Jamaica. And some of the names on the Concacaf sheet does not match, folks. That's a problem. So Smith all the way up to the half line. Rico Henry, I was correct. So Smith all the way up to the half line. Trinidad Tobago pushing up. So there is a possibility. You know, this is where we got our goal. You know, Trinidad Tobago is going for it. We have to be sure, you know, the counter-attack doesn't kill us. But we have to go for it, folks. We have to go for it. You know, Ron Julian, I want to see Telfa on the field. You know, Telfa is a great player. That's a good question. We could talk about that. Molino on the ball here. Compose, that's probably the right guy to have the ball. It's out wide. I think to Levi Garcia. Molino calling for it. Creating, very confident. Whipping the ball in. Not the best delivery, Mitchell. It was too far away from Mitchell. Andre Blake, not happy with the delivery. Splicing his delivery, which is not ideal. So there's 5 minutes of extra time, folks. 5 minutes of extra time. Spicer out wide. We have the ball still. My goodness, this is the edge of your seat game. A shot on goal. Well saved by Andre Blake. Folks, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm genuinely at the edge of my seat, folks. So there's 5 minutes of extra time. It is 1-1. It is do or die. Folks, you could start working out the scenarios. I mean, obviously, anything other than a win, it's curtains for us. I see Powder is warming up and coming on. So who's Powder coming on for? Powder is coming on for Andre Raymond. So let me make that change really quickly. My gosh. I want to watch the game, but I have to make the substitutions. So Noah Powder. So there's a throw in, Jamaica. So York is going all out. We have the ball in midfield. Molino slipping but recovering the ball. Trying to create something. Trying to create that 1-2. Levi and him combining well. Oh my goodness, we lost the ball in midfield. It is a dangerous situation. 2 versus 3 situation. Oh my goodness, very scary. Jamaica taking on their player. Would probably like to kill some time here. Oh my goodness. Very scary, folks. Very scary. Trinidad once again in possession. Mitchell. Oh, just falling at the last moment. Is that a foul? Is that a foul, folks? York is furious on the sidelines. He's saying it should be a foul on Mitchell. That's crazy. That is crazy, folks. So Mitchell is still on the ground. York is furious because he thinks that should be a fall for Trinidad and Tobago, and he's on the ground. Hopefully that will buy us some time. And I'm trying to do the substitutions really quickly. I'm seeing the replay here. Is it a foul, folks? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. So powder is on. We are going for it, folks. We are going for it. So hopefully this may buy us some time. Maybe. I hope so. So I'm looking at this here, folks. Time is running out, folks. This is not looking great for us. I'm hoping, you know, we get that equalizer. So there's 2 minutes in. I don't know if they're going to add the time on, folks. I don't know if they're going to add the time on for us. I'm seeing Derek King giving instructions. We have almost no sort of time, really. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, folks. So I don't know. This is looking kind of grim for us. We don't have much time left. So this, I don't know if that's a tactic for us to kind of, you know, keep our players, give us some extra time maybe. So folks, I know a draw is okay, but you know, a win is probably what we need. Oh my goodness, this is on the edge of my seat. Jamaica forcing a corner here. It's saying we have about just 2 minutes according to the clock here. Oh my goodness. So we have there's a goal kick for us. Whoa, folks, this is intense. So as it stands, we're on 6 points. So this is not good enough for us. We need to get that win. We need to go all out. There's 1 minute of extra time left according to the clock, but they may have added on a couple seconds when Mitchell was getting treatment. So powder is on, and we're going all in. So Trinidad needs to go all in. Mitchell is on the ball. I think Jaron Jackie has the ball, if I'm not mistaken. I can't see. Maybe Garcia. It's whipped up the field. This is not what we want. We want to get possession of the ball. Levi doing pretty well. Payne is chasing after a 50-50 ball. Jamaica is going to try to clear it. Actually doing a pretty good job. Oh, forcing a foul, which is not ideal. With only seconds left on the clock. You know, Jamaica is trying to kill those seconds. God, my prediction was right. It was probably going to be a 1-1 draw. You know, once again, we have possession. A little bit of miscommunication with our center backs. We're going to have to get that ball up the field as soon as possible. Although it has crossed the 5-minute mark in extra time, we may have a couple extra seconds for... Is that Mitchell coming off? I'm seeing Mitchell on the sidelines. So we may have gotten maybe an extra minute or so. So this is literally the last moment, folks. Powder trying to create something for Trinidad and Tobago. Clifton, I don't know how you get that so fast, because according to this live stream, I'm refreshing it. So, Clifton, if what you're saying is true, the game is done. So, is the game done already, Clifton? Let me know, because all the streams I have here, it says we have about a minute left. So, Clifton, you're confusing me. So a couple seconds left. I don't know how much time was added on when they were dealing with Mitchell. Trinidad and Tobago, you know, I think they should be putting more players up the field right now, and it is done. It is done. Trinidad and Tobago draw 1-1. It's very disappointing. Steve McLaren and Dwight York hugging each other. This is not the scenario we would want, folks. This is not the scenario we would want. It ends 1-1. A great result for Jamaica. Not ideal, but it's now 1-1. I could say safely, sir, our World Cup campaign is officially over. I can't see any, you know, way for us to make it. It's frustrating for me because, you know, we played really well. And, you know, I think, you know, we could have gotten a result in this game. We created chances. I think Jamaica, to be fair, and we'll pull up the stats. Yes, Clifton. Clifton, I would like to know, you keep saying your stream is like 10 minutes ahead. But it's not, because I think it's just a couple seconds. Clifton, you're playing with us, So Clifton, my prediction was 1-1 before the game. Clifton, I think you're exaggerating the 10 minutes. Kingsley Ledge, well, it looks like our World Cup campaign is over. Unfortunately, that's the case, folks, and I will announce the winner of the jersey in a while. The 1-1 result isn't ideal. I actually have to go back to the stadium, folks. It's going to be sour. Now, what we have to do is we have to end the campaign on a high. And we'll do a reaction after the game, folks. I'll do a reaction. Ending this 1-1 is okay. It's not bad. But it's not ideal. We now officially are out. We're going to have to get a result against Bermuda and play for pride. And the discussion is already going to begin. Do we keep Dwight York on? And I think we should. Continue the momentum, build for the next campaign, and at least have a continuation and succession plan. Jamaica, you're on the verge. I'd like to say a special thank you to Simon from Jamaica, the media officer, who treated me really well. I got a lot of love from the Jamaican team. They gave me a lot of access to the stadium. So folks, this is crazy. This is crazy. So I'm going to step away from the camera for 1 second and come back, folks. Don't you go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, folks, I'm back. I stepped away for a second. So everybody in the live stream here, I'm going to announce the winner of the jersey shortly. I'm going to do a little bit of a match reaction because I actually have to go back to the stadium, believe it or not. We played well. We played well. We created chances, and everybody's in the stream. I want to make sure that everybody liked and subscribed. I saw Wezil Patois has subscribed. Thank you very much. Everybody who's in the stream right now, let's have a quick conversation. We will be doing the draw for the jersey, folks, in a couple seconds. And, what I will say is, folks, and let me pull up some of the statistics really quickly before we move on. I did predict it was a 1-1, so the analyst in me is correct. I'm still here, Kivon, so I'm going to pull up the stats. So, Trinidad Tobago, we had 62% possession. We created 3 big chances. I will show you guys the shot maps when I do the match reaction. Total shots 17, Jamaica versus 6. And of course the Jamaica goal was from a counter attack. In terms of statistics, it was really great. Alexa, stop. My Alexa came on. So folks, this is frustrating for us because as it stands now in the standings, Trinidad and Tobago are now in 3rd place. We just have, that 6 points, Jamaica 10, Curacao 11. Now, Jamaica would want to get that top spot. Curacao, I did say at the beginning of the campaign that, Dick Advocat and his men, he is a great coach. A lot of people could start telling me immediately in the stream, what do you think? Should we keep Dwight York on? I also want to let you all know that I do have a weekly show that I started because of you all. I'll do every week with content about this and other things. So I'd really like for the subscribers and the viewers from these live streams to come along and check it out. Every week and to continue to support the channel, support the membership. There's a donation, there's a merch store you could support if you want to. It really helps the channel. It really helps the channel because this takes a lot of work and I really try to deliver the best thing possible. But folks, in conclusion to this game, and I'm seeing the comments and I'll read a couple. For those of you who are still here, stay tuned because we will announce the winner shortly. I think overall, in all the games we played well. And of course, Concacaf are loading up their stats now. Shots, 2 versus 1. Shots on target, 6. Which is kind of, I don't know what they're saying here because That seems a bit off. And then 10 fouls versus 13 Jamaica with 3 yellow cards, 5-0, 5 offsides for Jamaica. And, you know, I really think that we have been progressing with the national team. I'm seeing it. Unfortunately, you know, it's not enough. And I think under any other circumstance, we did okay. We need to solve that goal scoring problem. In all the games, we created a lot of chances. And, you know, to be fair, if you take the World Cup qualifying context out, it wasn't too bad. However, I think with all the problems Trinidad Tobago has faced, with all things considered, I think I'm seeing some progression. Unfortunately, we're not going to go to the World Cup. We're going to have to try to end on a positive result. So I hope the players keep the morale up. I will do some interviews with the players and so on. You know, the post-match is going to take place, so look out for that. I have my guy at the stadium. He's going to get the post-match, and I will upload it to the YouTube channel, so we'll hear comments on both coaches and some of the players. And, of course, very shortly, I'm going to announce the jersey. So, folks, let me know what you think in the comment section. And I'm going to do the live draw in a couple seconds. So, everybody in the live stream, before I do it, I want to ask everybody in the live stream to subscribe, like, follow all the socials. Because when you do that, you qualify, and head over to extvmedia.com as well for the draw, which is going to take place in a couple seconds. And I'm going to do this thing on the screen on the side here. It's going to pull up, and I'm guessing it will probably favor the people who comment and like more or recently. So we'll see how it goes. So Degree Nurse, Dwight only have this team for some months, and I think so. I agree, Degree. Kingly Ledge, RR Jamaica. Congratulations, Jamaica. You're one step closer. It looks like the qualification, I mean, at least the second spot is confirmed for Jamaica. Of course, they want to go to the top. And, you know, like I said, I want to say a special thank you to Simon, the media officer for the Jamaican national team. He was very wonderful. He allowed me to go to the training sessions and, you know, held up the press conference for me for a couple seconds. You know, interesting. RR as a yard, Trini looks well. Yeah, I think they need to trust York, and maybe into the next Gold Cup, you know, we can make some progression. And, you know, we'll see how it goes in the next World Cup. I think that's one of the problems we have with Trinidad Tobago football. We are better than Jamaica if you are comparing stats. Bad luck, Jamaica, 12-man. Lincoln Marshall. Yep. I think overall, I think in all the games, I think we played well. I can never say with any conviction that we played badly in any game. I think the one area that hurt us in the end, I saw errors in the first game that were eventually fixed. I think the fitness issue that we've had for years, Dwight York clearly has addressed that. Fitness was really a problem. We would usually die out in the 60-something minute, and decision-making would drop and we'd concede goals. However, I've seen an improvement. The players look very fit. They look very focused. They look confident in playing the ball out of the back and in the midfield. They are very good at adjusting to the game, which is kudos to the staff with Russell Atapi and those guys as well, and the analysts, whoever they are. So, yeah. So, everybody in the chat right now, I'm going to announce the winner in 60 seconds. What do you think about that? I'm going to put the winner up. Be sure to click like in the video right now, subscribe, follow us on all those socials, and when you do that, drop that. Let me know you did it in the chat, because I could see if you all do it or not. And then I'll do a random draw. It has all the subscribers and commenters, and it apparently favors people who comment more or whatever, or maybe the most recent. I don't know how it works. It's supposed to pull somebody at random. So it helps your chances when you do those things, and it helps the channel, folks. You know, we have the merch store as well. We'll be having a weekly episode. We'll be having our reaction to this game. I may have Lance Whitaker on, maybe Kenwin Jones or someone else from Jamaica. Jamaicans, let me know what you think about having Lance on. You know, you should. I get a lot of love from Jamaica, folks, and I appreciate that. So everybody else, like I said, please follow that. It really helps the channel. I'll be wrapping up soon, and I'll be doing my reaction either tonight or tomorrow. I have to go meet up with my cameraman at the stadium now. I will be at the next game near to the location, so that way I could run across. When the game is done, I'll probably be at the hotel. I won't be at the cool studio, and head across to the game right afterwards to do the post-match interviews. So everybody in there, let me know what you think. Like I said, everybody who's chatting in the live chat, like, subscribe. It means a lot. Check out the merch store when you can. And folks, like I said, I am going to announce the winner now. So I'm going to click it now. I'm going to pull that up really quickly. Let's see. I have to load up some software here that I was told works really well. So let's try that out. Let's see, folks. So I'm going to tell you when I'm going to click the button. And it will show you who wins. And let's see, folks. So are you all ready? Everybody in the live chat. For those of you, I'm giving you all one last chance to like and subscribe and share and follow my socials and, you know, make yourself heard and, you know, support the weekly shows. This is a jersey, folks, and as promised, I got the autographs from Kylie Ovray, Jaren Jackie, Dante Seeley, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it could have been, if I can't remember because it was so quick, I think the third autograph may have been Phillips or Andre Raymond. I'm not sure. So, folks, everybody in here, drum roll and all that stuff. I'm going to announce in 60 seconds who the winner is. So, like I said, like and subscribe, folks. And I will be doing other giveaways. Don't get me wrong. This is not the only time. I may do another one for the next game. Just saying. And I may also get some follow-up autographs as well. So I will do that as well. I want to reward you all, and I hope you all continue to support the channel. So, RR, Egyptian, Nikki, everybody else, this is your last 60 seconds before the draw for this jersey that I'm going to do here that you all have been waiting on. And then whoever is the winner, if you are from Trinidad and Tobago, we could try to meet up and do a photo op. You could come to the studio or we could meet somewhere and, you know, we have a nice chat. You could let me know your thoughts on the game. And if you're not there, well, of course, we'll post it to you wherever you are. So everybody in there, Kevon, thank you. You need a staff for the next campaign. I usually have 4 people. So I have one guy at the stadium right now. My usual cameraman is in Japan. That's a whole other story. And then the other guy is sick. But, like, I have to do all these things. It's a lot of work. I set these things up. The graphics on the screen, I have to do it myself. And, you know, it was challenging. I hope I did a good job. So I really appreciate that. Clifton Ali, that was not a prediction. I am not a commentator. I've been on the phone with people at the stadium. Why was you not listening to me since the first half? Clifton, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you were saying. I was 10 minutes behind. Help me understand. Because I think we were in sync. My prediction was it was 1-1 in the match review. You could check that out. So, Clifton, if you're at the game, you know, we should definitely meet up for the next game, Clifton. R.R. Adams, good job. Thank you, Dylan. Hey, Dylan, I actually know who Dylan is. Dylan, make sure to like and subscribe. You could win the jersey, folks. It's a random draw with the signatures, and I will be doing another one for the next game. And I hope to see a lot of you all at the Bermuda game. Before the match, I will do a little bit of a mingle. You know, like I said, I did sacrifice me going to the game to come and meet you all. I appreciate the comments. Parsons, great job. Lincoln. So everybody, like I said, it is go time. I'm going to count to 60 seconds on my invisible clock here. I'm seeing it on my screen. And at the end of the 60 seconds, I'm seeing Keegan Marcus has subscribed. So Keegan Marcus is a serious guy and he really wants his jersey. So I'm going to do that. So it's going to be random. I have to press a button here. It'll take a couple seconds and the name will pop up from Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Subscribers. And I guess from what I was told, it would favor people who commented and so on. I'm guessing who commented recently. It may help. Maybe the loyal fans, who knows. But I will be doing another giveaway, folks. Fear not. Fear not. So, everybody who's in the live stream, like I said, I will be doing weekly shows in between these qualifiers. I've done it 2 times so far, and the support has been great. I want to try to do it on Wednesday every week. It's EXTV live. It's going to be live. It's not pre-recorded. We're going to have guests like Lance, Kenwin Jones, Lance Whitaker from Sportsmax. Mariah said she'll come on. Kenwin Jones. Whoever else. Shaka Hislop. And maybe one of you guys could come on. What do you think? We have the cool studio. We could play the PS5 behind. Kevin Molino as well. And we played PS5 already. You could check out that in the YouTube shorts. So we have a lot of cool content, folks. And of course, those of you who want to check out, we have lots of exclusive content from members. So those of you who want to support the channel, we have that option. If you want to, you could actually pay for subscriptions. And we give special exclusive interviews, extra content and things like that if you want to support the channel. Plus, we have merch. So, everybody, Lincoln Marshall, everybody who's in there, Clifton, you know, I don't know. You keep saying I'm not listening. I don't know what it is. But unfortunately, my prediction was right. And Lance Whitaker, it was 1-1. And we will have a reaction. I will ask Lance to come on as well because he has unique insight. So, folks, It has 30 more seconds till I announce the winner. So Kevon, the link is not in this particular YouTube description, but it's in all the other videos as well. It's supposed to be when you go in the description, there's a link to the merch store you can head into, and it delivers throughout the entire planet. Some goes to our charity and some goes towards EXTV, because you literally are helping, and of course you're liking and subscribing. So if you want to go to the merch store and support EXTV, the link should be in the description of this video, and if it's not there, it will be in the other videos, and I will put it up in there as well. And of course, you know, you can head over to the YouTube community as well. I will put some posts in there as well. So I will do that. And I will continue to do that. And I really appreciate the live stream from everybody else along the planet. So after I do all this, folks, I'm actually going back to the stadium. And I will spend the rest of the night uploading the post-match conferences for you all to hear what Steve McLaren has to say, what Dwight York has to say. And, you know, hopefully my camera guy, I think Mariah is also helping him out as well. Mariah Ramarak from Sportsmax will be there as well. You know, they'll be doing some post-match interviews. Usually I do it as well. Those other guys who usually do the other live streams are there as well. Scully and those guys, great guys. So maybe we'll do a collaboration with everybody next time. So everybody, the time is up. It is time to announce the winner. So I'm going to do this now. It says it's going to take about 10 seconds. So are you all ready in the live stream? Let me know if you're all ready. Click ready, type ready. And, you know, Keegan, Marcus, Wezil, everybody else's subscribers in there. Let me know. I want to get to that 3,000 mark, folks. Get me there. It helps. It really helps. So, let me do this. So it's rolling. It's in some sort of graphic here, folks. Who is going to win it? Who is going to win it? Everybody is ready. It's 15 more seconds. Come on, folks. Let me know in the chat if you're ready. Come on, come on. I'm actually excited, you know. I'm not even winning the jersey. I'm excited. I didn't even get autographs to myself. I'm giving it to you all. Come on, come on, come on. It's doing some sort of graphic thing. I'm seeing a whole bunch of names flashing across the screen. It's flashing, it's flashing, it's flashing. I thought it was 30 seconds, but it's going longer. Man, this is giving me suspense. I can only imagine you guys. Everybody's in there. Going in there. It's saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! And the winner is at Mark the Shark 7588. That's the winner, folks. That's the winner. Keep on with the dab. So Mark the Shark 7588. If you're in the live stream right now, folks, this is now yours. I hope you're in Trinidad and Tobago. If you're not in Trinidad and Tobago, you're going to get it. So Mark the Shark, you are now the winner of this autographed jersey, courtesy the wonderful folks of Sportway and Mitra. It was very difficult to get this jersey, folks. And this other jersey I got at the stadium. You can't see it. It's a black one. I'll be doing another giveaway once I can get my hands on another jersey. But we have to say a special thank you to Sportway and Mitra for giving us this jersey. And of course, the players of Trinidad and Tobago, Kylie Ovre, Dante Sealer, and everybody else. So, Mark the Shark, you have to claim your jersey. So, if you're in a live stream, you could reach out to us at extratimetvtt@gmail.com. I will put that in the description below, of course. You could reach out to me here. You could reach out in the comment section to claim your prize. And of course, if it's not claimed, the draw is back on. So Mark the Shark 7588, whoever you are, do it. I love that it's random, though. I love that it's random. That's pretty random, you know. Because I see a lot of commenters in here, and if I had to choose, there's a lot of people in here who are regular viewers, and if I was choosing, you know, you guys, it would have been hard for me because a lot of you have been supporting. So I will be doing another giveaway. And for those of you who are interested in the merch, there's supposed to be a link in the description when you go down in the description. It's in the other videos as well. It should be there, EXTV merch. And if it's not there, you can head over to the YouTube community post. I'll put it up there and extvmedia.com. I will do that. So that really helps the channel. There's now a subscription option where you could actually pay and donate if you want to. That really helps. And, you know, it helps me to continue to do this. I will be doing my weekly show. I'm going to wrap things up. I'll be doing a reaction soon, folks. I'll be heading back to the stadium now. As you can see, I have my pass. I left the stadium to come back to do this for you all. And I will do it again any day, anytime. And some of you who are in the stream, when we're doing this, we will meet up at the next game. I will arrange to do the game, this stream near to the stadium. So I will come to the stadium, mingle, go do my stream. It won't be in my cool EXTV studio. One of the problems I have is getting the location and getting a good internet connection. Did you sell me mobile? Come on. Come on. Hook me up. I was trying to see if the TTFA would give me accreditation to get one of the booths. I'll work on that. And, you know, at the game, I can mingle with some of you if you're there. But I want to make sure my live streamers, everybody in the stream is rewarded for supporting me. I really appreciate that. So once again, the winner has been announced. I'm coughing because my throat is super dry. Mark the Shark is now the winner of this beautiful Trinidad and Tobago home jersey, brought to you by the kind folks of Sportway. They have their store in Gulf City, Trinidad and Tobago. Mitra was kind enough to donate this jersey for us. And then we got the signatures of Dante Seeley, Kylie Aubrey, Jaren Jackie, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's Andre Raymond. I could be wrong. I think it was Andre Raymond. Great guys, and I will try to get more before you get it. So Mark the Shark, make sure to claim. If you need to claim this, email me at extratimetvtt@gmail.com. The contact information is also on the website. Reach out to me as soon as possible, and we can arrange a meetup, take some photos, maybe do an interview. And of course, folks, we'll be having more giveaways, so continue to follow us on these socials here. Let me know what you think about the stream. I put a lot of effort into this. Mark, when you said Mark, my heart skipped a beat. I love that it's random, folks. I try to be fair. And, you know, I will do another one next time. You know, maybe when I get some big sponsors, I could give away a whole bunch of jerseys. But, like, in the meantime, like I said, continue to support. There is the membership option on the EXTV YouTube channel. You could actually do donations if you want. You could also purchase merchandise. All these things help. And when you like, subscribe, watch all these things, it helps the channel. You are really helping me. And I'm doing this. And I will be having the weekly episode every week, folks. So when the World Cup qualifiers are not going on, we'll have content not just for Trinidad and Tobago football and Caribbean football, high school football, the local leagues for Trinidad and Tobago, and also international football when the Champions League is going around. And I may do watch-alongs for other Champions League games as well. So with that being said, folks, this is Andre Suklal of Extra Time TV. You all have been wonderful as always, supporting my streams. Stay tuned for the match reaction. Stay tuned for the post-match comments from the coaches, which my guy is getting at the stadium right now, and maybe some of the players. Head over to extvmedia.com. Subscribe to our channel. Do that. Support the channel. It's been amazing. You all have been wonderful, and unfortunately, we drew the game. It is frustrating. My smile really hides tears behind the scenes. I may do a watch-along because I'm a massive Argentina fan for the game tomorrow. I'm going to replenish my throat. It's gone. And, of course, you could have a laugh. This is my new first prescription glasses, folks. It's pretty cool. So with that being said, folks, I'm going to shut down, head to the stadium. And before you all go, I'm going to kindly ask that you all subscribe to my channel. I want to get to that 3,000 mark. I actually want to get to the 5,000 mark, but we're close to that 3,000. Very close. So just a couple hundred. I mean, I think it's about 100 more or less to get there. And all these things really help the channel. So continue to support, folks. When we don't have World Cup qualifiers, we do have a lot of content. So, folks, we did draw with Jamaica. Kevin Molino did pull us back. We did play really well, and we'll be going into detailed discussions about the reaction and the circumstances. You know, Dwight York and so on. I will try to get an interview with Dwight York as well and try to get him to come on EXTV. You know, we have a lot of great people that are on. Shaka Hislop. Clifton, I'm not at the game, but we can. Sure, Clifton, I would love that. I'd love that. I'd love to meet up with everybody. For the next game, maybe we could do a meetup because I will be at the game, but I'll be trying to do this live stream near to the game. So I may be at a hotel nearby. Maybe a sponsor, hint, hint, could pay for my hotel fees. You know, that'll be nice. So like I said, you can donate to the channel. We have the membership option where you get special content. You could also support the merch. And, you know, even the views and subscriptions help, folks. It really helps. So, folks, you all have been amazing. Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Curacao, Aruba, Scotland, UK, Canada, all over the planet. And apparently somebody was from Hong Kong in here. I think there was somebody from Qatar in there. So, folks, it's been an absolute pleasure. I will be doing more giveaways as well. Stay tuned for the reaction. And, of course, stay tuned for the new EXTV Live, which you all can join in every Wednesday at around 7 p.m. It's going to be live just like this. You all get to choose the topics. So if you all think there's something I missed, we can talk about it. We usually have the topics and we have a Q&A segment as well. So everybody in the live stream, look out for that. Folks, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to have to head back to the stadium now, and I'll probably try to capture some content. So with that being said, folks, I would like to say a special thank you to everyone. And unfortunately, this is the nail in the coffin for us. So stay tuned for the reaction. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Take care.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching Extra Time TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe.